Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, August 19th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ORIONNWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some Saturday preseason Week 2 action. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Detroit Lions. I'm very excited because these are two teams that I root for every single year. And Jacksonville was the worst team in the league for 2 years. They had Urban Meyer, finally got Dougie P. They won the division, got some wide receiver free agents like Christian Kirk and a few others, and they're starting to kind of come into their own. And I assume that they're going to end up winning the division pretty easily, like the Saints in the NFC South. Same thing with the Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC South. So I know for fans of the Colts, the Texans, you're trying to look up at them as well as the Titans. But I feel until the Colts can figure out the rest of the pieces, they could still finish second, but they're nowhere near on the Jags level just yet. But hopefully they can catch up to that level. But the Jags look like they're going to be a pretty good team, and they might even upset a team again like the Chargers as we go into the playoffs. And then on the flip side, the Detroit Lions kind of remind me of my Seattle Mariners. Every single year there's so much hope. Every single year there's always so much uplifting thoughts. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, a lot of times the team fails at the end of the season, right? Or they have injuries or whatever it is. They had Barry Sanders, they had Calvin Johnson, Megatron, but they've never really been able to bring talent together on one team until now. And I think that Aaron Rodgers has gone to the Jets. I think Jordan Love looks good, and they got to probably be the favorite to win the division. Minnesota won it last year, but they don't have Dalvin Cook or Adam Thielen. The O-line and defense look a little shaky. So I don't think that the Vikings are going to win 12 to 14 games like they did last year. Maybe they go down to around the 10-win range. So if that's the case, you got the Packers, the Lions, and the Vikings all around possibly 10 wins. But who's going to be the team that wins the division? I don't really know. But if I had my choice, I definitely would want the Lions to at least get second place this year or next year with Jared Goff, right, and the Goffense, and they either get a wild card, and if the Packers get 11 or 12 wins, and then maybe the Lions get 10, and then the Vikings get 9, something like that, I'd be totally down with that. Or if the Lions end up balling out and they end up getting 11 wins, Packers get 10, Vikings get 9, something like that, that would be awesome. But I just want to be able, the Lions, to break the schneid, get the monkey off the back, and for them to be able to actually know what it feels like to be able to go to the playoffs and win a playoff game. And to my knowledge, I believe the last time they went to the playoffs, I think was like 03. And the last time they actually won a game, I believe was around 01. So it's been kind of like the Mariners, where it's been like 20 years. We had to get Julio, and then we finally broke the curse. The Lions now, are starting to kind of put it together with Jared Goff and the Goffense. They got Gibbs in the draft, Campbell, and then also on top of that, it feels like with Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's the next superstar. He might not be a big name yet, but he's a top 10 receiver. Hell, he might even be top 5 this year. He'll put up numbers, and as long as Goff can get him the ball, Goff will look better, right? And Amon-Ra St. Brown will get into that superstardom status. But what it will take for them to get more love and more pub by the media is that they need to be able to win games. They need to go to the playoffs, so that way we can showcase Jared Goff and the Goffense as well as Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that is big facts. But I like a lot of the players on both these teams, and it's just kind of ironic that they're both playing each other, because these are the two teams that I root for the most. I used to include the Jets in this category, but they have Aaron Rodgers, Sauce Gardner, and all the other pieces there with Garrett Wilson. They don't need me rooting for them anymore. They could be maybe the 4th, 5th, 6th best team in the AFC now, since they added Dalvin Cook, Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson. You got Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner. They're getting sexy. All right, they're a little bit ahead of the curve now. I don't need to root for them. And I don't even necessarily need to root for the Jags anymore. They're on top, right? So if the one team that I'm always going to root for, that's not my own team every single year until they make the playoffs and then they win a game, the Detroit freaking Lions. So this will be the only game that's on right now. I'm going out this evening, so there would have been another option. But I'm going to try to do some reaction videos, do this stream. I'm going to go out to dinner, do all that. Then when I get back late at night, depending on how late it is, maybe I'll try to plug out another reaction video or two. Otherwise, I'll be doing that on Sunday. depending on my schedule. And then I'll have to see, if I'm going to end up doing the Saints game against the Chargers, which is around 4, or if I end up just doing reaction videos for a good majority of the day. So we'll figure it out. And then Monday as well, we have to mix in a little bit of Mariners, a little bit of football, and I'm ready here for it. So I hope everyone had their coffee, had their Monster energy drink, or, Rockstar, whatever it is. It's hella early. But again, there's going to be times where we're going to be waking up very, very early, right, to be able to watch games like this at 10 a.m. So the grind doesn't stop. Your boy is here, and I appreciate you guys. How are you? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Finley's in the building. How are you? Alan's in the building. What's good? How are you? Good to see you guys. And again, I know it's a little bit early, but again, early bird catches the worm. And again, if I have to grind, I would rather work hard and get, something in rather than just sit here and watch the game. I mean, the only thing that I had to do was the 2 reaction videos from last night. And let's be honest, those games kind of sucked. They weren't very good. Will I do a reaction videos on those games? Possibly, but I'm kind of waiting for all of these games today because I don't think anyone really is going to give a shit based off those 2 games. Now, if they were a little bit more popping, maybe, but I mean, let's be honest. Browns Eagles was 18-18. Giants Panthers 21-19. Bengals Falcons 13-13. That one probably doesn't even deserve a reaction video, either one. But on Sunday, we have Saints Chargers at 4:05 on NFL Network, and I want to try to get that done as long as I don't have plans. And then Monday, Ravens and Commanders on ESPN. So it'll either be that or Mariners baseball. We'll kind of play it by ear, deciding, what I want to do. So, but I'm here. I'm ready to go. And the slate looks pretty good today. Now, Jags, Lions right now with me, right? And we got Dolphins, Texans, Bills, Steelers, Bears, Colts for Sarah, Bucks, Jets, go Bucks, Chiefs, Cardinals, go Chiefs, Titans, Vikings, Patriots, Packers, Broncos, Niners, Raiders, Rams, and a very intriguing matchup, Cowboys, Seahawks. Now, if I wasn't going out tonight for dinner, I would do that game tonight. I was planning on, I would either do this one and then I would do a late one and do reaction videos, pretty much after this game ends until I might leave at 5 or 6 p.m. for a few hours. But again, I definitely will do a Cowboy Seahawk reaction video, and then I'll try to do as many as I can. Probably do the Chiefs, Cardinals, Bucks, Jets. I'll do that one. Bears, Colts. I'll do that one too. So we'll be sprinkling those in, and that's what's going to help us get to 20K and beyond. Let me look at the Mariners schedule too here on Sunday and Monday, so that way I kind of have a gauge. So on Sunday, they play at 10 a.m. against the Astros. That's very, very early. And let me see on Monday. So technically, I could do the Mariner game and the Saints game if I don't go anywhere. And then on Monday, the Mariners play at 5:10 against the White Sox on FS1 with Luis Castillo pitching. So it'll either be Mariners, White Sox, or Monday Night Football. So I guess me and Sarah will talk it over, which one we think that might be better. And even if I decide to do Ravens, Commanders, right, I can still watch the Mariners and call that game at the same damn time. So we'll kind of, go from there. And then after that is over, Tuesday, Wednesday, and there's going to be times for me to be able to exclusively just do Mariners. So, yes, Teddy wearing number 50. I did see that. I like that post on Twitter. So, so your stomach is feeling a little bit better, I assume. Ham and cheese omelet, hash brown, and pancakes. Wow, you're eating good. I hope you save me some pancakes and hash browns and ham and cheese omelet too. Wow, that sounds delicious. I haven't had anything. Like I said, I woke up, took Paisley for a walk early this morning for about 45 minutes to an hour, got to enjoy that great weather. And obviously now I'm just, here grinding it out, waiting for this game to start. So love you guys. And I appreciate you guys very, very much. And again, sometimes views, subs or potential subs and potential donos early in the morning. Sometimes it'll be, a little tough. So, and we had a pretty good day yesterday, but still we want to try to be able to hit the goal on every stream that I'm doing. And even if we don't, maybe we can try to get to half. And if not half, at least, 25% or 30, 35%. But it all depends. I mean, it's very, very early, 10 o'clock here on the West Coast, noon, which isn't too bad for y'all in the Midwest, and 1 o'clock on the East Coast, which is fine. So, but again, if it's the weekend, sometimes people don't love football as much as us. I can usually tell who's hardcore and who loves football as much as me and Sarah. Alan, definitely. Finley's always in the building as well. And I do appreciate your guys' support. And hopefully we end up having a good game. And again, there is no one else playing right now. There is nothing else to compete with. So it's either you love football and you're awake, or and again, if I didn't have plans today, maybe I don't do the stream for this game. I would have done the Cowboys and Seahawks at night for sure, and then just did reaction videos. But again, those two games last night, it was either do reaction videos for those two games or do this stream. And I'd rather do the stream than those two reaction videos because I still might do them, but they weren't very good games yesterday. I think we can come to that agreement. So, yes, very true. Cowboys for life. Allen knows. Zeke went to New England. You might be a little sad about that, but again, you got Tony Pollard. Remember, we've been talking about he's been the best running back for 2 years, but it took him 2 years to figure it out that hey, Tony Pollard, you give him 10 carries, he gets 90 yards and a touchdown, right? But if you give Zeke 15 to 20 carries, sometimes he has 75 to 80 yards. So if you give Tony Pollard all the carries, what could he get? If you give Tony Pollard 15 to 20 carries, maybe he gets 80 to 150 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns. That's better than Zeke, right? He hits the hole better. He's got better vision, right? He plants his foot and goes downhill. So I think this is actually a good move, for the Dallas Cowboys. Again, it's just going to be really about that offense, keeping up with the defense. Dan Quinn, Micah Parsons. And one thing, if you're a Cowboy fan, Micah is like the modern day Lawrence Taylor. So, you got a guy that's going to be in the conversation of being top 3 linebacker, probably the rest of his NFL career. That's sexy. That's nice. I'm jealous. I'm not a Cowboy fan, and I'm being 100% real. If I was going to wear a jersey of anybody on the Cowboys, past or present, it would be Dion, and then it would be obviously Micah Parsons because I'm a defensive guy. So mad respect. And like I said, I think that even for Cowboy haters, they know how good Micah is, and I love watching him play. The Cowboys are that kind of stigma where you're either rooting for them to win, if you're like Allen, or you get haters that are rooting for them to lose because the media is a bunch of assholes, right? Just like with the Patriots, but they hate on the Patriots because the cheating. But now Brady isn't there, right? No one gives a shit about them anymore. No Brady, no Gronk. They're not contenders. They're going to be garbage and finishing fourth. So, you feel me? And I know you love football. We got to make sure you're wearing that mask, though, so that way that we can have you around for a long, long time. Sarah, $5 holla. Let's go. Appreciate you. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, $5 holla. Appreciate you very much. Let me know what you want to see for a photo, and I got you. And I'm definitely getting on the Johnny level. Here we got Jamar Chase and Bijan Robinson yesterday. Your boy, boom, Trevor Lawrence, Aiden Hutchinson, and I still end up getting these for you as well. Let's go. We got the Detroit Lions spinning logo, and then I got a little rotation side to side with the Jags. Let's go. I tried finding the spinning one, but I couldn't find it. So I figured I'd go with the left-right motion, which is still fucking cool. Better than just stationary. But the spinning, though, is so fucking dope. All right, let's go. But I'm excited to see Campbell, Gibbs. We're not going to see Trevor Lawrence, but they'll have an interview with him, I assume, at some point. Deuce Vaughn, I like him too. Yes, and so it gives you, even though he's short, and most guys that are short fail in the NFL. Like LaMichael James, if you don't have enough, muscles to be able to bounce around like a Maurice Jones-Drew, or if you're just tiny and you can keep yourself healthy, you could be in the league. And I don't know how long Deuce is going to be there, but I am excited to see what the Cowboys can do this year. And I have them as a playoff team with the Giants and the Eagles. So I think Saints, the only team that makes the playoffs. I think Giants, Cowboys, and Eagles could all make it. Washington, how good are they going to be? I don't fucking know. Do you? And then obviously in the North, 3 teams, Vikings, Lions, Packers will be in it, just like the East. And on the West, it's only going to be who? It's going to be the Niners, right? And then the Seahawks. And the other 2 aren't going to make it. So, it shows you one, division has 2, Seahawks and Niners. One division, the worst one, the South, my division, only 1, Saints. And then the other 2 in the North and the East will have 3 contending. And then on the AFC side, we already know Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, and then maybe Jets, Steelers, Ravens, Chargers, Jags. So there'll be some other, movement there. But it'll be interesting to see who ends up making it. And if the Lions can make it over, let's say, the Giants, yeah, I'm all about that life. So, and you already know the bots are always coming in heavy all the time. So, $5. Let's get to $195 to go. Yeah, and he's proven, with his dad, having some NFL connections and lineage too, right? That maybe, if he works really hard, that I don't know how long of a career he's going to have. He ain't no Tony Pollard, but a change of pace back, you know what I mean? Because, like, obviously, if Pollard gets hurt, that's not going to be good for the Cowboys. I don't know if Deuce Vaughn is good enough to hold the starting role. I don't think so. He's more of an RB2, RB3, kind of like a situational back. But I do like what I see from him, and I think they'll complement each other very, very well. And it's kind of good to get Zeke out of there. Amari Cooper could still play for this team, but Zeke is kind of getting to that point where he had plenty of time to prove himself. And he clearly isn't as good as he was when he was at Ohio State or the first year as a rookie when you guys had 3 Hall of Fame offensive linemen. Ever since that got broken up from 3 to 2 to 1, right? He hasn't been able to keep it up. So that shows me that he was more of a product of the line rather than him being a beast. And that's his facts. But Pollard can do it regardless of who's on the line. So it is what it is. Look at this. Jared Goff, David Montgomery from the Bears, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Marvin Jones Jr., Josh Reynolds, formerly of the Rams, Sam Laporta. Woo, baby. I like that. And I'm a big fan of Goff, just like I'm a fan of Carr and Cousins. A lot of people want to hate because they're not top 10. Well, excuse me. There's 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. And if you're ranked 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, or 15th, hell, even 16th, and you're in the top 16, not in the bottom 16, you're doing something right. So people love to fucking hate. But they don't want to actually take the time and understand that, let's say you are a team that doesn't have a good quarterback, and you're like, fuck Cousins, fuck Carr, fuck Jared Goff. Okay, but if that guy was on your team and it helped you get 10 wins and get to the playoffs, would you like him? And if the answer is yes, then shut the fuck up because we know those guys are good. But again, a lot of people are haters, and I have to be able to let you guys know that some of these guys that are normally traditionally hated on are better than you think. They are not Jameis Winston. They're better. They're better than even my guy, Marcus Mariota. Those guys are legit. Carr, Saints, money. Cousins, with the Vikings, money. Now, could they be better? Yeah. Could Kirk be better in prime time? Yes. But we also have to understand they picked RG3 first and then went to him as the backup. So it's not like they were sold on Cousins first on. So Kirk has always been a guy that's been in the shadows like he was in Michigan State. He's come a lot further. I kind of compare Kirk Cousins to The Miz in wrestling. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people don't understand that he came from real world road rules from MTV. The guy was only going to try out. He wasn't supposed to end up making it 20 years. So sometimes guys that get hated on, they don't get the proper appreciation. And then if you watch that, docu-series or the Netflix special Quarterback, you'll start to realize that, hey, Kirk Cousins is a cool dude. Marcus Mariota is a cool dude. And not only that, they're genuine. They're honest, and they're good people outside of football. And that's going to make me respect them even more, regardless if you went to the Ducks with Marcus Mariota or Kirk Cousins at Michigan State. That's big facts. So TJ Watt, yeah, absolutely. Rojo, yeah, but he gets injured a lot. I mean, he went to USC. He was on my Buccaneers. I don't think you're going to get a whole lot from him. He's injury prone. I would probably go with Deuce Vaughn even over Rojo, even though he was my previous guy. So, yes, Laporta. Yes. Well, and like I said, I was going to pick him, and you picked him one pick before me. I had my eyes on him the whole time, and I was like, damn it, Sarah, you got Kelsey. I wanted Kelsey. And, so obviously I know that you know football. I know football, and you were having a little ESP, and you were reading my brain. You had an idea that maybe Amon-Ra would break out. He did. And, like I said, we were the 2 best teams in fantasy last year. And honestly, we should have won the goddamn championship between you and me. Then we wouldn't have had that debacle with Shep and Jake, with obviously the Damar Hamlin situation and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. Let me get the scoreboard going. Here we go. And I love both of these teams. I know as a Colt fan, you probably despise the Jags a little bit. But again, to be the worst team in football for 2 years, Duval, I root for him still. But now they're kind of like the top dog, like the Chargers, Chiefs, Bengals, Bills. They're kind of be the team that's going to win that division for a while until the Colts catch up. And when the Buccaneers catch up, I'll catch up to the Saints as well. But for now, you can give them their flowers. Teddy wearing 50 is wild, isn't it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning. Oh, avoids the sack lunch. Oh, no, he doesn't. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for that Saxonville. Yum, 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 yum. I see you. Okay. Chase Coda, Josh Reynolds. All right. Mitchell Green, Drummond. We're obviously not going to be seeing all the top dogs. I love a lot of the players on Detroit. I love Goff. I love Goff fans. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gibbs looks really, really nice. Obviously, not having TJ Hawkinson hurts them a little bit, but they still have other receivers that'll make up for that loss. And they got Laporta to replace Hawkinson. So there you go. Shotgun set. Teddy. Screen pass. All right, a little short game. Well, yeah, Colts and Titans are the rivals. The Jags are easily to root for. But again, I'm always going to root for Detroit every single year. Yep, they got Dalvin Cook. They got Aaron Rodgers. Brees Hall coming off the injury with him and Dalvin Cook, a nice 1-2 punch. Garrett Wilson will be a top 10 receiver this year. He'll be the Devontae Adams that Aaron Rodgers had when he was on the Packers. He'll be phenomenal, right? And then Quinnen Williams is one of the best defensive linemen in the league. And Sauce Gardner is the best corner in the league. So they have pieces, but they need more defense. 2 guys out of 11 ain't going to cut it on a game in, game out basis, right? And the offensive line is a mess. They got Elijah Vera Tucker, but again, a lot of the Jets linemen get hurt, so they could still finish in 4th, 5th, 6th in the AFC, but I don't see them going to the AFC Championship or anything like that. So, all right, penalty there on the Lions, bringing them back. And let me know, and you want TJ Watt for your dad. Okay, we'll do that. Bridgewater, pump fake. Oh, avoids the sack lunch. Oh, get rid of it. Incomplete. And who doesn't like TJ Watt? He's great. And remember, like when JJ was out and TJ was brand new, and then when they were like, "What happens if TJ ends up being better than JJ overall? Like if he plays 20 years, and he can get a couple more Defensive Player of the Years, MVPs, get 20 sack lunches. It would be crazy to think that TJ could actually be better than JJ when it's all said and done. If you would have said that at the very beginning of his career, I would have laughed at you. But now, when JJ got kind of hurt at the end, there is an opportunity for TJ to actually surpass JJ Watt, which is fucking insane for brothers. 2 Hall of Fame brothers. My God, that's crazy, huh? That's straight up insanity. Bethard coming in. CJ. Woo, yeah, there we go. TJ Watt. Yeah, yeah. LA night, yeah. All right, let's go. Appreciate you. I'll get you some more during the commercial. Yeah, but also too with the Bears fans, they've been in the bottom forever, and they probably will still be in the bottom. But at least now they have a number 1 receiver. They love DJ Moore, so if anything, they might be annoying, and they took your guy, but they respect him, they love him, and this is the first time they've actually had a one, there. I mean, Allen Robinson was there, but again, he left, and now it doesn't look like Allen Robinson will ever be the same player that he was when he was on the Bears. So now you actually legitimately have maybe the most underrated wide receiver in the league, DJ Moore, not getting the love on the Panthers. We'll get a little bit more love because he's on the Bears with Fields, but I understand what you're saying. Washington in motion. Beathard. Oh, pass incomplete. Yeah, there you go. Well, like I said, I try to teach people to not be biased because a lot of it is in our hearts. It's like we're born with this hate. Like I love my team and my players. Fuck everyone else in the division. Fuck everybody else. But you can appreciate greatness across the league because you never know that guy that you're hating on that's in the division that's on Washington or the Giants or maybe the Eagles. 4 years from now, when their contract is up, he might be on your team, and then you're going to be rooting for that guy. So that's why I always try to be able to keep an even mind and be biased, not biased. Beathard, step up, go, 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 go. Nice. Flag on the play, probably holding, coming back. Yep, coming back. 10-yard penalty. Yeah, Iowa football players, obviously, since I've known you, I keep an eye on them more now because of you. So I want to be able to see like how good these guys are. And a lot of them end up panning out. Some guys like Robert Gallery maybe didn't pan out the way that we thought on the line, but a lot of the others, with Dallas Clark and Hawkinson and Noah Fant, and you're seeing Laporta, Campbell, nice run to the outside, but you're starting to see more and more Iowa players pan out. So here's the one TJ Watt for you. Yeah. And then we got another one here. A nice one where we can see his face on the left, helmet on the right, and then a cool team MVP right there. Very cool. Your dad will like that. Yeah, of course. I've been wanting him in the playoffs for the last 20 years. So I like their uniforms. I like the players. I like the coach. There's everything lines up now. Some people don't like Dan Campbell. I love Dan Campbell. I would be best friends with that guy. Like, I'm going to run through a wall for that guy. Like, if I was the film guy and stat and analytical guy for Dan Campbell, I would love that. You know what I mean? Because people think that he's a meathead, but he's a lot smarter than he looks. Go, go, go. The 30, the 40. Oh, baby. First down, Lions. What a return. Bob Sanders, yep. There you go. Plenty of like Hall of Fame or really, really good quality players. Absolutely. There we go. What a good return there. Here, I'll hit you with a bob while we're waiting at the commercial for your dono. And we'll throw up a couple Cowboy photos and maybe some Panther photos for Finley as well as Allen also. And we'll wait for some more people to come through and we'll see where we get, but if you guys are going to be loyal and you're going to be in here, yeah, let's show a little representation of your favorite players and teams while we're here too. Doesn't have to always be just because of a dono. I really appreciate people that are going to be loyal to me. If you're loyal to the soil, that's a big, big fucking deal in my book. Okay. There's millions of channels that are out there, but you're never going to be able to build a relationship with the host like you will with me if you're loyal, you're genuine, and you're a good person and you're going to be here. You know what I mean? Like I feel with a lot of hosts, it's just all you are is just going to be, fan number 1, 2, 3, ABC. But with me, it can be from a fan to a friend, and we can turn into family, and that's why we are the Fanatic family. It's being able to create those bonds. So you feel me? And I'm going to get a Micah and a Bryce for you too as well. We got Bob Sanders for Sarah, Micah for my boy Allen. Woo! He's a stud. I would buy that jersey. Hell yeah. And let me get a Bryce Young here. And I love defense. So it's like I'm not gonna buy into this fucking hate, you know. You want to hate all you want, go ahead, but I know what I like. And I like defense and I like linebackers. That's my favorite position, right? So why am I hating on something just because the media wants to hate for an unfair reason? Yeah, are some Cowboy fans annoying? Yes. So are Eagles and Saints fans, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to disown them and just buy into the bullshit like everyone else. Woo, baby, there we go. Bryce Young for Finley, a little Micah Parsons for Allen, Sarah with a little Bob Sanders, and then a little Steelers for Sarah's dad. Let's go. Let's look at Bryce for a little bit longer for Finley there. Yeah, baby. Appreciate you guys. Hurts, Brown, Smith, Kelsey, Barkley. Yeah, yeah. Scary Terry. Handoff up the middle. Short game. There we go. But you can definitely tell if you're a fan of the league or if you're just a fan of your favorite team and players. And plus, for fantasy, it's like you got to be a fans of the greats out there. So, oh, good. Yeah, Paisley Pup is in the other room, laying on the couch because she knows Dad's working, and then we'll play. Greedy Williams got cut. Short game. Jahmyr Gibbs. And remember all the Lions haters or all the draft people are like, these guys are stupid. They picked 2 players way too early. But if those are their guys, it's the right move. Just because their team and their fan base wouldn't pick those guys doesn't mean it would work out. Sometimes you pick a guy based off talent, and sometimes you pick a guy because it's your guy. You feel me? And I like those picks that the Lions did. Everyone criticized them. I loved it. I love those picks. But there has been times where the Lions have done that. Excuse me. And I haven't liked it. But with those two, I've liked it. Nice stick route. Fair catch. All right. Hopefully we can get some points here. Let's go. All right. Jag offense coming out next. And then anything that you guys want to be able to see, while I'm grinding, let me know. Like I said, I figured, potential views and subs and donos will probably be a little light today because it's fucking 10 a.m. start here on the Pacific Northwest. But again, I would rather grind rather than be lazy, And like I said, there's no excuse for me, as long as I can take care of Paisley and I'm waking up at 6, 7 a.m. and I'm going to be watching this game anyways, might as well grind, right? And no one will be able to match that work ethic. So. Yeah, that's why I don't want to do the fantasy draft, until after week 3 is done. So that way, if there's any freak injuries that happen, that we don't get stuck drafting a player early and then like, that was going to be my wide receiver too. Guy tore his ACL in preseason week 3. Now I'm fucked. And now I know I can recover from it if I can find guys on the wire. But you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to lose a guy as significant like as an Amon-Ra St. Brown when you're banking on him like really holding it down all year in fantasy. So. Yeah, but also the simple fact that DeAndre Swift is no longer there. So there's kind of been, there's going to be openings, for running back too. So they could have went later and whatnot, but I think that the Lions picking who they did at the time that they did, that's what I would have done. I don't know if Witherspoon would have. I don't know if he's a bust or not. Like I said, I feel that the Seahawks have had good, draft picks the last 2 years, but that one I would have picked Christian Gonzalez, not just because I'm a Duck fan, but he's got a bigger body and a proper size. But they picked Witherspoon because they think it's a character guy and a guy that can play in the Seahawks system. So that's why, it was kind of like, okay, well, let's just hope that just like Tariq Woolen, you picked him as a system guy. It worked. Hopefully Witherspoon pans out as well. But I do think that there is a chance that Witherspoon could bust, or get injured and not, play up to his potential. And I think with Christian Gonzalez, I think that he could end up being a Pro Bowl corner within 5 years. Could be even this year, But I think there's more upside with Christian Gonzalez, and he's from Oregon. Why not pick him on the Seahawks, Pacific Northwest? They do quite a bit. Pick Oregon, Washington State, Oregon State players. So that was a little bit of a head scratcher. But for whatever reason, Witherspoon fit the mold better than what they were trying to do with Christian Gonzalez, and I think that they're going to regret it. So we'll see. But the Patriots got themselves a dog. But they're going to be a shitty team. Handoff up the middle for a gain about 4 or 5. Crazy in the building. What's good? Oh, you're at Sam's Club? Nice. How are you? Stay safe, brother. No, Witherspoon got drafted this year, so he's on the Seahawks. They had a choice to be able to go him or Christian Gonzalez from Oregon, and they decided to go that route. Talking about the draft picks from 2023. Handoff up the middle, bouncing into the outside. Go, go, go. Yes. Ooh, hit him with the skirt. There we go. Tiptoeing in my Jordans, tiptoeing in my Jordans. Riff, raff, riff, raff. But I think it's a hole that's coming back. Yep. Come on, Sean Smith. What the fuck you doing? Wow, that's crazy with Jimmy Graham with the seizure. We were just talking about Mo Gumbo, about how he could be, maybe a guy that could help them, but maybe he's just too old and the medical conditions and his obviously his body might be breaking down. Bethard going deep. Oh baby! Oh, okay. First down, Jacksonville. Look at this throw by Bethard. Look at this catch. He's all up in his grill. That's a felony in 50 states. And he's like, get off me, little man. Get off me, little man. Give him the LeBron. Get down here, little boy. Wow. Jones, I see you. First down, Jacksonville. Duval. Bounce it to the outside. Wow. Who is that? Nature on Means from back in the day? Woo! I like it. These two teams are fun to watch. Like I said, if you're not a hardcore football fan, you could give two fucks about this matchup. But for me, that follows the league and reads NFL like 6 hours a day, every day on all the teams. Like, I really like rooting for these two. These are my two favorite underdogs, but now Jacksonville is the favorite to win the division. So I don't need to necessarily root for them anymore. They already got to where they need to be. But if they would have picked Aiden Hutchinson instead of Trayvon Walker, imagine how much better they would be. That's why these two teams will be linked. Screen. But also Aiden Hutchinson playing for Michigan and then playing on the Lions, it was a perfect fit. Going to Jacksonville would have been good for them, and then maybe they go even further with him on Jacksonville. Remember when they had Blake Bortles and they played Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game? Aiden Hutchinson was that dude. And you cannot discredit a guy that is a boss in college that's got all the intangibles like Trevor Lawrence or Aiden Hutchinson. For them to think that Trayvon Walker was going to be better, he can still be really, really good, but not Aiden Hutchinson good. But it ended up working out. Each team got their guy. But they're just lucky that, hopefully Trayvon Walker doesn't have a bunch of injuries, because if Aiden Hutchinson turns into Hall of Famer, like a Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, they'll be like, what the fuck did we do? There's Campbell. There's Campbell from Iowa. I see him. Tank Bigsby. Yes, me too. Me too. 100%. I agree. But a lot of people are haters. And because they didn't really see him as a guy that would be a first round pick, he was a second round pick, and he's kind of smaller. So, but again, if it matches what they want to do on offense, I'm all about it. Floater. Wow. What happened to my hands? Good defense there. I shined up my chain. And this piece is not like the Mariner one where it's foam. This is like die-cast hard metal that just like the duck, chains that I wear from Collegiate Art Design. So it weighs 5 pounds, maybe around my neck. The chain isn't as thick as the other ones, you know what I mean? But this is heavy duty. I feel like Flavor Flav. Kick is up, and it's good. 3-0 Jacksonville. Uh-oh, we got a man down. Hopefully he's okay. Cooper Hodges. Lots of good matchups. Again, later today, if you're looking for something to watch while I'm gone, or I'll start plugging up some reaction videos. Like after this game is over, essentially I can do the two reaction videos from the games yesterday and then this game, and then that'll cover me until I leave. And then we got Dolphins Texans, Bills Steelers, Bears Colts, Bucks Jets. Go Bucks! Even though we're supposed to lose every game this year, I want us to go 0-17. New England and Green Bay Packers, Titans Vikings, Chiefs Cardinals, Broncos, Niners, Raiders, and the Rams. And then the best one of the whole weekend could be the Cowboys and Seahawks. and that's the last game tonight at 7 on NFL Network. So, yeah, I think he might have tweaked something or got stepped on. That's what I'm guessing. So, $5 hairs. Let's get to a hundo. 95 to go. We'll see if we get any other goats to come through. And for any of y'all that are the regulars in here, if you want to see a photo of a past or present legend on your favorite team, just type it in the chat. You know, like when we have streams that are going to be maybe a little lighter and a little slower, then you'll have a little bit more me time from me to you. So that way, at least I can give back to you guys, regardless if you donate or not. So, and obviously, once we get the donating people, they get the first dibs. But while we're waiting, if there's just commercials going on, I would rather work rather than just sit here and do nothing. So Sarah knows I like to work. I'm a grinder. Sarah's a grinder. Shep is a grinder. A lot of the goats in the room are grinders. That's just what we do. Yeah, who doesn't like to look at Peyton Manning, huh? The big old 4-head, 5-head, 6-head. And I've always been more of a Joe Montana, Peyton Manning guy. I appreciate what Tom Brady did, but I've never really been, a Tom Brady guy. I never hopped on that bandwagon. I respected him. I respected what they did, but for all the cheating, that they did, how am I? It's like the Houston Astros. I'm supposed to root for Altuve? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily think Tom was involved in everything, but obviously, with the Deflategate one, maybe he knew, by squeezing the football or whatever. Maybe he didn't know that the trainers were going to do that on purpose, but they were going to win that game against the Colts anyways. But a lot of the mastermind is not Tom Brady. It's fucking Belichick. The Belichick is a shady fuck. Super smart, and also very greedy. It's like Barry Bonds. I want to be the best of all time. But if Barry Bonds and Belichick never cheated, they would have went down in history as legends. But now you're a legend with a black eye of cheating. So you can't go away from that. So it's like, again, I think Bill Belichick is one of the best coaches of all time, but I'm not going to give the Patriots extra love because they cheated. They won the first 3 Super Bowls in 01, 03, and 04 versus the Rams, the Panthers, and the Eagles by 3 points each. They won 3 Super Bowls by a total of 9. And you're telling me that they didn't cheat in those? You bet your ass they did. Go, 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 go. First down, Lions. Jason Witten. I'll get you some Jason Witten too. Witt was very underrated and hated on unfairly. Looks like every Cowboy fan, or non-Cowboy fan hates on Cowboy players. So I got a really cool one for Whitney you'll like. I got this one for you, bro. And same thing goes for you, Finley. You got someone you want to see. You want to see some Jake Delhomme, Steve Smith, Mushin Muhammad, some maybe Luke Kuechly to make you smile. I got you. Ooh, baby. That's a sweet one. He's like, I love that NWSF guy. He's awesome. There we go. Good tackle. And I'll try to put him up during the commercial. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The tuck rule that was in favor for Brady. That was a fumble, right? Absolutely, I agree. And if that does, what happens as far as like the dynasty? Maybe the Raiders win back-to-back championships if they would have won that one. Maybe my Bucks wouldn't have got there the following year. Who knows? But again, we already know 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens, 2002 Bucks. Those are the 3 best defenses that we've seen in the last 35, 40 years, besides the 70s steel curtain. Oh, deep pass, incomplete. But even with the steel curtain teams, a lot of people would be like 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens with Ray Lewis, and then with my Hall of Famers. I mean, Jesus Christ. I had 4 Hall of Famers. Should have had 5 out of my starting defense. Simeon Rice is borderline. And then I had Mike Allstott, Hall of Famer, on the other side, and a lot of good players like Keenan McCardell, Keyshawn Johnson, Joe Juravicious, Michael Pittman. So it's like I had a lot of guys that were very, very good. Maybe not like Hall of Fame, but very good on top of John Gruden and Brad Johnson. I mean, I had the dream team. And I always loved that team. That's who I am. That's why I became a Bucks fan, because of Sapp and Brooks and John Lynch and Rondé Barber and Mike Allstott. Not this recent team that we won with Brady and Gronk and whatnot, Oh. Chase Cota, Peppers, and Mushi Muhammad. Yeah, I'll do that for you. Absolutely. I love me some Julius Peppers. I used to watch him play basketball at North Carolina. So I've watched his whole career playing basketball and football. He was a freak. Did you catch it? Oh, look at that. Toe drag swag? Toe drag? Toe drag? Wow. My initial reaction that he was out of bounds, but let's see if he scrapes. All right, let's do some Panther photos for our boy Finley, our boy Fit Finley. Peppers was an absolute dog, and I love Kuechly. Kuechly's one of my favorite players. I watched him at Boston College, so I already knew that he was going to be great. And it's sad that he retired early, but he retired on top. Just like Barry Sanders and Megatron. So let me see if I can get you a Mushin Muhammad here too. And you guys almost won that Super Bowl too. Like, the Patriots took away a lot of Super Bowls from other people. We know that, just like Jordan did as well. Here, I'll even throw a stat up for you that I know as well. So that way, that if you forgot or you didn't know, now you know, because I'm always going to teach you something brand new that you either know or you totally forgot that you knew that maybe back in the day. Check this one out for you, Finley. 3-0 Jags. Look at this one. Super Bowl history, longest reception. Oh, who's number one? Mushin Muhammad. Look at Antonio Freeman, Kenny King, Rod Smith, and Ricky Sanders. So obviously within, as of like recently, that's the most recent. No one can take that away from you. It's a dope jersey right there. Can you imagine if you could have a Mushin Muhammad jersey sewn with that patch? That would be incredibly dope as a Panther fan. I'd be like, if I saw Finley wearing it at the grocery store, I definitely would say something. It's incomplete. Yeah, I figured that was incomplete. It didn't look like it was completed. So Cowboys is like, I'm going all the way back. 51-48. Or like that Chiefs Rams Monday Nighter. Remember early in Mahomes' career? When the Rams are really good with Todd Gurley, TG full hunted. Crazy how Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley were the two best running backs in the NFL, and now they're like non-existent. Like they're just poof gone. You know, running back is a very you know it's one of those things where it's like you could be on top of the world and then literally just disappear within a couple of years. Oh, nice! You're doing the full sale. Nice. I mean, like I said, you got the voice, and you got the knowledge. So, not everyone's going to have like a podcast or a radio voice or a TV voice, which people have been whatever telling me since I was a kid. They were like when I hit puberty or whatever, and then like when I was maybe like 15 or whatever, like 15 to 17 years old. We didn't have podcasts back then, in the late 90s, early 2000s. But everyone's like, dude, you're going to be on radio, dude, you're going to be on TV, you're going to do something with sports. Of course, when I was a kid, I wanted to be Michael Jordan or Clyde Drexler or Magic Johnson or Bird. I wanted to be in the NBA, but there's not a lot of 6 foot half Asians that are in the NBA. So then I knew, this is not going to happen. So I figured that, if I use my voice, that I could end up, and having that passion for sports, that it was going to lead to my dream. And here I am. So, yeah, you absolutely can do it. So, you like I said, there's not very many people that put in the time and the effort and the dedication like me. And like I said, as far as knowledge and reading and putting in effort, you're probably the closest thing to me on the channel that we have, and that's why you're my lead mod. So, like I said, it's always going to be about people that have that love, but also, trying to teach people not to be biased and recognize greatness. Going long, going deep, Bethard, incomplete, over his head. And also, being able to find commitment. You have to be able to find commitment. People that are going to be loyal to the soil, honesty, loyalty, respect, right? And obviously, there's no one else that could do the job that you do because they wouldn't stick it out when things get tough. They'd just leave. They'd be like, well, I love you, O-Dog, but, and then they would just do their own thing. So that's why it took me a long time to figure out who I wanted my lead mod to be. And obviously we have backups, you know what I mean? But even the backups don't have the dedication like Sarah, and that's why we're a team. Screen pass. But I promise you, all the struggles that we've had, we will have brighter days. And eventually we will be popular and we will get subs without even trying. I'm always trying and you're always trying, but it'll be one of those things like, oh, Northwest Sports Fanatics, they're popular. They're at 20,000 or 25 or 50,000 subs. I'm just going to sub to them because they're good. They have this number or whatever. So, but we're nowhere near that point yet, because we still get hated on in the algorithm. But hopefully, they'll learn that I am one of the best channels on planet Earth. Some people would say that's cocky or whatever, but I truly feel that in my heart and my brain, that with all the time and effort that we put in, and who I am, and if you look where the channel was, where it is now with the thumbnails and the background and all my dedication, to all sports, not just football, I definitely believe it. It's not like I'm saying it to have it come into fruition. I believe that I am one of the best in the world, not only on YouTube, but on TV or on social media. So it's just a matter of fact that others need to realize it and stop being sleepy. Woke up. Be woke. Okay? Wake up. And we will get people to wake up and realize. Because think about it. Even at this stage that we're at now, the early stages, people are coming here, spying, and stealing my material and claiming it as theirs, like Peter Schrager on NFL Network, on Good Morning Football, EA Sports and Madden stealing my sack lunch, putting it in the video game, sack lunch when they get a sack, and even saying sack lunch on the screen. Where do you think they got that from? They didn't come up with that shit on their own. They got it from me. So that makes me proud on that end. Not that they stole my shit, but it's flattering. The biggest form of flattery is stealing my shit. So, but you can at least give me credit, EA Sports Madden. Okay, John Madden in heaven. Give me some credit. Put my name in the video game or something. Send me a fucking check, Peter Schrager, don't act like you're fucking smart. Oh, picked! Oh! Tip drill, hot potato, 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, hot potato, intercepted. Let's go. And you got to think, how many other channels do they have famous people spying on them and stealing their material? There's a few other channels that have more subs than me that get spied on as well, from NFL Network and these other shows. I'm not the only one. I imagine, you're going to get some people spying on Perna and Grossi and some of these other people, Scooter Magruder, for some of his content, right? But it's like, just because they got more subs than me doesn't mean they're better than me. They're just more popular, That's facts. So, I think that sometimes you get these people that are not leaders, they're followers, and they just follow where the subs are or where the dono trains are, But like I said, we are the most slept on channel on YouTube, I think, overall. So, but again, the people that are a part of this channel, we already know we're great. We already know Sarah's amazing. We already know the people in the room are awesome. I mean, I honestly think we have the smartest fans, person for person, on any YouTube channel that's out there. I would take my fans and me against any other host and their fan base, like on a Jeopardy Sports tour. You want to go, on knowledge and everything else? Oh, we blow them out of the water. We begin first place on every fucking stream. That's facts. There's one thing to be fans, but to be able to be educated, smart fans and not idiots, And every stream is going to, you're going to have good, bad, and ugly. So that's big facts. 3-0 Jaguars. 2:52 left in the first quarter. Shotgun set for the Lions. There we go. No check down. Go. Nice stiff arm. Let's go. That's what I live my life by, man. Honesty, loyalty, respect. And it's not John Cena, because it's not about the honesty. His is like loyalty and respect. But honesty is my thing, because that's a big part of my life. They're going to be better than they were, and Russell Wilson's on a short leash, and I guarantee in 2 years, if he doesn't play well, he won't be the starting quarterback for Denver because his job and legacy is on the line. Fuck Russell Wilson. It's about Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? Russell already had, Russell's in fucking his own fucking dream world with Sierra, thinking that he's better than he really is. Having his wife and his kids, and everyone else around him pumping his head, thinking that he's better than what he is. Like, you're not the same quarterback when you had the number one defense and you had Marshawn Lynch beast mode. You're not the same. Okay? You're not the same player anymore. So now, can he be better than last year? I hope so, because they were the worst goddamn team in the league last year. They were terrible. Good with Jimmy Graham. Good to hear. Yeah, that little medical episode. Sarah sent me that. Oh, fumble, go, the 50, the 40, run. Yes. Wow, what a turnover. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch from Jacksonville. Yum, 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 yum. Time for a sack lunch. Yum, yum, yum. And not only that, Teddy just barely got the ball, right? Just about to hand it off, or maybe have it be like a play action, and then obviously the pressure. Let me scoop it, and if this was a corner or safety, that would have been a touchdown. But obviously a little bit of a bigger boy at linebacker there. Nice scoop. Normally you just fall down on it. That's what they teach you. But he leaned over, he scooped it, and got about 25 yards. Nice. He would have gone all the way. Yeah, the guys were closing in on him, though. Okay. Turnover party, huh? 3-0 Jags. Handoff. Bounce it to the outside. Hit him with a skirt. And that's gang tackle by the Lions. Yeah, keep me updated with all the scores, please, on anything baseball that's on right now. Keep me updated, please. 4-0 Red Sox over the Yanks. How is Aaron Judge doing? Has Aaron Judge, I mean, obviously he hasn't homered if they're down 4-0. Has he got a hit yet or anything? How's he looking? 3-0 Jags. We're getting closing in on the end of the first quarter. Handoff, bouncing it to the outside. Good closing speed by the Lions defense. Most boring team in the NFL. Ooh, I'd have to look at all the team logos and then take a peek here. I'll do that here at the commercial break, and I'll tell you. But I would say, as of last year, it was the Denver Broncos. Easily Denver Broncos. Because even if the Panthers and the Texans, and some of these other teams, the Colts might have been not very good, I would have rather watched them than what I was watching with goddamn Denver. So I guess if we have to come to that conclusion, the Denver Broncos. And the Denver Broncos had a lot of players, but obviously Nathaniel Hackett is a terrible head coach. He can call plays for the Jets now, and he can be Aaron's boy, but he's terrible as being a head coach. So Russell Gage out for the year. Injury prone. Probably should have ended up staying on the Falcons, but Gonsolin. Oh no. That's not good. Oh, my dad is going to be depressed. They need him. Damn. Well, I guess the Braves are going to win now because you need a Gonsolin to be able to step up there. But golly, yeah. But the Broncos should be better, and there is a chance that the Broncos end up getting third and the Raiders get fourth. But obviously, we think Chargers will get second, and then the Chiefs will be number one. I mean, obviously. But Sean Payton will turn it around the best he can. And the goal is to get 10 wins and get second place, but he might not be able to do it right away. They got to clean up that roster. But I like Sean Payton. I always have. Even though he was a rival coach for the Saints, I always liked him. I thought to myself, would I want Sean Payton as my coach on Tampa? Hell yeah. He's a top 5 coach, in my opinion. Based off player connection and getting the most out of his players and being, just a fun guy that is smart, disciplined. He'll yell at you, right? But he's also liking to have fun, and players love him and they'll fight for him. But it just, sucks that he has to deal with Russell Wilson's craziness. You know what I mean? Like, I wish they had a better quarterback than Russell Wilson there. And then not Drew Lock either. They need someone that's like legit John Elway, Peyton Manning like. So put up a photo of Russell Wilson, huh? This motherfucker is delirious, thinking like he's still on the goddamn Seahawks with Pete Carroll. I mean, it just looked like he forgot how to play football. But normally when it happens like that, there's injuries that he's not disclosing, to be that terrible. Because how can you go from like a Hall of Fame quarterback, go to Super Bowls, win one, lose one, and then you look like dog shit? And you got weapons everywhere, but then the running back got hurt for the year, wide receivers got hurt, defense was bad. It's like Bradley Chubb gets hurt every year. So it's like, when you picked him up, you thought you were going to win 10 to 12 games every year. but then he looked like a bum ass high school quarterback. I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback go from looking like, oh my God, top three to being one of the worst in the league. Like I've never. I mean, it was like I don't think I've ever seen someone drop off that. And if it was no injuries, then I was like, okay. But I kind of think that there's injuries that he wasn't disclosing, and that's why he was as shitty as he's. I don't think you can go from being top three in the NFL to bottom three that quickly, just with natural skill set. How does that happen? You just left the Seahawks and it was all Pete Carroll. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, all right, we're in the second quarter, baby. 3-0 Jags. Good game so far, even though it's only 3-0. We've had a little bit of a turnovers, but I enjoy both of these teams. Beathard? Ooh, almost picked. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He did look good. Yeah, and I obviously did the game yesterday, and I represented your boy. Come on, bro. Let's go. I'm a thumbnail pro. People need to start paying me to do their thumbnails. I could be the new Johnny. But then the thing is I wouldn't want to give my look to anyone else. That's my look. So, like anyone that sees that look, they know it's me. So, but also too, Algier might be the most underrated running back in the league, and they have Cordarrelle Patterson that can play running back, wide receiver, quarterback as well. So they got a three-headed horse, and if Ritter is the guy, and then you got Ritter, you got those three running backs, right? Cordarrelle Patterson, Algier, Bajan, right? You got Drake London, Kyle Pitts. That's sexy. That's sexy. Then you got to work on the O-line and the defense, and then you might actually be able to do something. But with that being said, they're going to get second place in the South. They're going to go Saints, 10 to 13 wins. Falcons, somewhere between, more than likely, I hope, 7 to 10 wins. But the worst that they can do is probably 6 or 7, but that'll be more than the Panthers and the Bucks. So, and then I assume it's going to go Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Buccaneers, and I want my team to tank on purpose. That's why we brought in Baker Mayfield and John Wolford from the Rams, so that way we can be ultimately terrible, right? I won't be mad about it. And then also we have Kyle Trask. So at some point we're going to get Kyle Trask, and that'll be someone that can stay on the team. But Baker and Wolford are brought in for us to be terrible. That's why we brought them in. They're not saying that, but that's the reality. We're trying to get first pick in the draft. I mean, who wouldn't want Caleb Williams if he went back-to-back Heisman, or Drake May? I personally want Drake May more than Caleb, but I'll take either one. I want that pocket quarterback. And Drake May looks special. But Caleb looks good too. Hell, if I can get the first pick in the draft and I get Caleb, you will see me excited. I've never had a franchise quarterback, drafted. It's like Josh Freeman, Vinny Testaverde, Chris Sims, just guys that just weren't in. They got Jeff Garcia at the end of his career, brought in Brady. That was cool. But it wasn't a guy that I drafted. And I like guys that we draft. I want to get a guy that I can have for 10 years, like when the Giants got Eli. You didn't have to worry about quarterback for 10 years more. I want that, So that way we can build and not have to worry about QBs. Hand off up the middle. Do a nice run. There we go. Gain of about 3 or 4. Put your head down, young man. Let's go. We need a tutty before halftime. Yep. Offensive line was bad. Yep. And also, Nathaniel Hackett's play calling didn't suit Russ. You have to be able to use him out of the pocket. You have to let him create on his own. If you're just going to be like 3-step drop, 5-step drop, hike, that's not going to work. Russell needs to bounce it to the bootleg and play action for him to be successful, and tuck it and run sometimes. And obviously they didn't do it, and he was ass. And, Hackett's gone. And Wilson's still garbage too, but he'll be better this year. Incomplete. Teddy B. How's the weather for you guys where you're at? We had 100 to 106 weather earlier in the week, and I recorded every day. Right now it's only 68, but it's going to be 90. 90, 93 for the weekend, and then 80, 79, and 84 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can't wait. Yesterday was 78 to 80, and I was like, oh, my God. 78 to 80 or 106? You tell me what you would like. Lions with the punt. Jags with a short return. But obviously, if it's no Jared Goff, no Amon-Ra St. Brown, those guys are almost like unstoppable. So, it's preseason. You got a cold front. And any other photos of anybody you guys want me to pull up while we're in commercial break, just type it in the chat, and I'll throw up a past or present, so that way we get your representation from your favorite team up here, and then I'll throw up a Bajan for Brian. Remember when Bajan almost landed on his head and broke his neck like 3 years ago? That was crazy. I saw that highlight this morning. But we'll go Bajan at Texas, and we'll go Bajan on Falcons. Like, you already know that he's gonna pan out. Like, there's no question in anyone's mind that Bajan. It's just about like, how many carries is Algier gonna get, and how many is Cordarrelle Patterson gonna get? The second coming of Jamal Anderson. He looks good in the black and the red. Like, you look at this color, the orange, it doesn't really suit everyone. It's like some people that love Texas love it, but this is not going to be like a sexy color to wear as a jersey. You know what I mean? Unless you're like Ricky Williams jersey or something, but I would go for the white Texas. This orange is like burnt. It's like a burnt barbecue orange. It's not really, doesn't really look good. But Bajan in this, woo! God damn, that looks good. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the ATL. Did it say Falcons or Atlanta? Even though it's known as the ATL, but I don't know. I just don't like the Hawks and the Falcons jersey. It's a lazy to me. Like, put that like on the arm or something, but not in the front. You know what I mean? You want to put like the Falcons and then ATL small font above it, and then underneath the Nike symbol, and then like in between the Nike and the Falcon symbol, ATL in a font, perfect. And then have it say Atlanta or Falcons in the front, but still, he looks like a stud because he is one. You already know what it is. Bajan, Bajan, Bajan. Trevor Lawrence and Aiden Hutchinson, baby. $5. Let's get to a hundo. Let's see if we can get some more goats to come through, and hopefully we can get to the goal. And if not, at least half of the goal. But again, I have proper expectations. And like I said, I know that it all has to do with timing. What time of day that we're doing the streams and whatnot. But hopefully we can get a little bit more support than just Sarah, for sure. Tom Landry and John Madden, I got you at the commercial break. Shotgun set. Method, play action. Nice pass. Right there in fluid motion. First down, Jacksonville. Move the chains. I didn't really get to experience Tom Landry because I wasn't born at that time. I was born in '82, so I didn't really get to soak in the Landry, but I did get to soak in, obviously, a lot of the other. Nice. Yeah. Plus, I like Jimmy Johnson. I've always liked him too. And if you never had Jimmy, Barry Switzer doesn't just get that free Super Bowl after. Jimmy was the big reason why you guys got those championships. Oh, it's 12 noon. You know what time it is at Detroit? Sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Motor City, baby. And if you notice on the cards, it wasn't done on purpose, but we got Cowboys on the top two up there, and they look awesome. I just love that old school look, portrait style. Anytime you see cards from like the 70s and 80s, it's just awesome. And even Mel Renfro there in the top right, who's actually a notable name. Here's your Landry. Woo! I'll give you a Jimmy, and I'll Jimmy for your Cowboys, and then I'll give you I love Jimmy Johnson's energy and his passion. You can feel it. Like I was a Niner kid growing up, so obviously we hated the Cowboys, but I respected them. I was like, this team is amazing. You could tell that they were going to be a dynasty too. I mean, Emmitt Smith, I watched him at college at Florida, Aikman at UCLA, Michael Irvin at the U. So I already knew that trifecta was going to be like insane, and then getting the bigger boys like Leon Ladd and all the other pieces that they had. But this is one of the best coaches of all time. I don't give a shit what anyone says. And if they can ever get someone like this, added with Dan Quinn, that's when you're going to get to the NFC Championship game. Like if you wouldn't have had Sean Payton come either to the Cowboys or the Chargers, it would have been better for them. Because then Herbert would have actually got a good mentor, and the Cowboys could have actually done something. Can you imagine Sean Payton? He's a part of the Cowboy organization. So at some point, Payton might be the Cowboy coach before he's done coaching. But you got, Sean Payton and Dan Quinn. I mean, that would take you to maybe even a Super Bowl or an NFC Championship game, but you got to crawl before you walk. So, Brian with a fiver. I agree. Staley's garbage. And I've said that. Anthony Lynn was garbage. I have a lot of friends here that are Duck fans, that are Herbert guys, but also that have been Charger fans. Like one of my best friends, Joey Gomez. He's been a Charger fan since birth. And I kept telling him, I mean, these guys are no good. I was like, I know good coaches, and this is not it, And they don't argue with me. They usually are like, oh, damn, you're right. But they want to be able to be hopeful. But Staley's a fucking idiot. Clock management, idiot. Right? Play calling, idiot. Leadership, idiot. He might be better than Anthony Lynn, but what does that say? Lynn was garbage too. So I appreciate you, bro. What do you want to see for photos? I got you. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, $5 holla from my boy Brian. Appreciate you, Brian. Yes, thank you. And that's the main thing. I try to be real and genuine and authentic, right? You see, like Pat McAfee, real, genuine, authentic. A guy like Dan Campbell, some people think that he's just a yeller and a screamer. But the reason why he's one of my favorite coaches, not because of his intelligence and his play calling, like maybe Kyle Shanahan, right? Or Sean McVay, they have it up here, right? But what Dan Campbell lacks up here, he's got a good core group around him to help him with that, right? But he is a guy that when he's running drills with the team, he gets down on all fours and does push-ups and drills with the players. How many coaches do that? Like one or two? And so if I'm a player and I'm on the Lions and I got some other jackass screaming at me the whole time and no one likes him, and then I get this Dan Campbell guy who's like super intense and in my face, but I like him, right? And he yells at me, but he also gives me kudos when I do good. And then he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to get down and I'm going to do 30 push-ups with you. What do you think that's going to do for the players? You don't think that they're going to go extra hard for him in the games? Of course they are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That those little things by showing that you are real and you're genuine and you're one of the boys. You don't have to go down there on all fours and fucking do push-ups and sit-ups with the fucking D lineman or O lineman, but just the simple fact that you're willing to, that put him so much higher in my book. He is one of my top 5 favorite coaches in the league right now because of that. It's about being real, genuine, intense, right? And not being fake. A lot of fakes out there, right? And then actually showing that you're willing to be one of the boys. How many coaches are willing to do that? Nobody. Big facts. Method? Nice. First down, Jacksonville. Move the chains. pull up a John Madden. 7 minutes left. Looks like Jags are threatening. Here you go, Alan. Oh, baby. Let's go. Rest in peace, John Madden. But I would have appreciated, you guys compensating me with a sack lunch instead of just stealing that from me and putting it in the video game. And it's one thing to put it in the verbal, the audio part, sack lunch, yum, 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 right? And then it says sack lunch on the screen. It's like, bro, you stole my whole shit. Like Uncle Mo and Uncle Momentum with Peter Strager. It's like, bro, you did not come up with that. Don't try to be all like clever and shit. Like you came up with it, and he didn't even deliver it the right way. He did it like his way, and the rest of the panel of Kay Adams and Nate Burleson and Kyle Brandt, they didn't even get it. They didn't understand. They're like what? Uncle Mo? What? The Three Stooges? That's what they said. I was like, a fucking idiot. But that's what happens when you steal someone's stuff and you don't say it the right way. It doesn't come across, because he's a fucking thief. He's fugazi. And I have started to try to watch Good Morning Football, but it ain't the same without beautiful K, right? And Nate the Great there, right? Obviously Nate Burleson. It's not the same. And shout out to my homie in heaven, Nate the Great. Love you, bro. But I agree. But Dan Campbell is perfect, for the motor, blue collar, get your hands dirty, working in the Ford, the Ford Motor Company, and doing just that gritty work. They need someone that embodies that, and that's a perfect person. Now, if they could have someone like Kyle Shanahan there, that would get him faster results, because he's just a fucking genius, or like a Sean McVay type. That would work in Detroit also. But for a Dan Campbell, what Detroit represents, blue collar, get your hands dirty kind of guy, that's exactly the right guy for the job. Like, I couldn't think of anyone on planet Earth that it would be a better job for him. And then hopefully, at some point he'll probably get fired, right? But being a coordinator on a team would be something that I would want for sure. Like after all the stuff is done with Tampa, I hope we get Mike Tomlin. That's my number one choice, because he was in the secondary coach with Rondé Barber back in the day, and that's my number one choice for head coach, because I'm not going to get Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay. Back shoulder, incomplete. Let him know. So, Brian, I don't know if you're still in the room. Give us a little breakdown. Who's your favorite team, favorite players? Do you follow NFL and college football and baseball and basketball? Do you just do football? Give me a little background of what you're about. Well, they don't have Honey Badger there anymore, and they're really thin, I feel, on the secondary. There's some talent there, you know what I mean, but nothing to get scared about. Like, that's one of the weaknesses on the team to me, honestly. I think the offensive line, most of the time, looks pretty good, but they could still be better. Secondary could be improved. Linebackers with Nick Bolton is nice, but they could still improve on the linebacking unit as well. And then the D-line is the strongest with Chris Jones, even with or without Frank Clark to the Broncos, whatever. But I cover all 32 teams very heavily. So, but give me some background on your, like, who you root for, who are your teams, and then let me know who you want to see for a photo, past or present NFL player or coach, and then I can hook you up with your $5 dono. Appreciate you. I got to get to know the people that don't. And is that the first dono that you've done to me in your life on the channel, or have you donated to me in the past? I don't think you've donated to me in the past. I think this is the first one. I'm pretty good at remembering. I may have like 20,000 subs, or I'm on the cusp of that, but I remember who donates, and typically, unless it's been like a long, long time, but I imagine that's the first dono to me on the channel, which I appreciate. Let's get a photo of Dan Campbell up while we're waiting. And obviously, if you ended up watching Hard Knocks, then that made me even love him even more. So, but he just seems like a real one, a hunter. Let's go deer hunting, elk hunting. Let's go fishing. Let's talk about life. Let's throw back some beers. He just seems like a very relatable dude. You know what I mean? A very passionate, relatable dude. And anything that he's lacking as far as like brilliant play calling, like Kyle Shanahan, he'll have other guys, there that'll help him with that. So I would rather take someone that's real rather than someone that, is an okay play caller, or someone that's an asshole that's fake. And then we got to hit you with the spinning lion logo to do it right. That looks good, doesn't it? Look at that spinning logo. You're the man, Dan. Fighting kneecaps, snap them off. but I definitely would be friends with a guy like this. His intensity wouldn't scare me one bit because I'm intense too. So it's like, you want me to fucking dial up all the stats and everything else? I got you, Dan. I got you, Mr. Campbell. I got you. The spinning logos are just fucking insane. 6-0 Jags. Field goal is good. Jamar Jefferson from Oregon State, the Beavs. I feel really bad for those 4 teams that are left now with Washington State and Cal and Stanford. Like, what are they going to do now? It's like, where do you go? Because they don't want them in the ACC. Like Florida State is like a hater. There's like a few teams that don't want any of those other teams to go over there. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen. And obviously, the Big Ten scooped up the 4 best: USC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon. So there's no room for anyone else. Chargers fan, okay. So you want some like LaDainian Tomlinson or Phillip Rivers or Antonio Gates or my boy Dan Fouts from Oregon. And Herbert is going to go down in history as the best Oregon Duck player of all time. And I used to go to the games and sit front row behind the Duck bench. And yeah, I actually got to even take my buddy Joey, who's been a Charger fan since birth, front row. And I got to see him, score a touchdown right in front of us, Herbert. He had like 2 or 3 passing and 1 running, and it was right in front of us. And we had tickets right on like the 10-yard line as it went into the end zone, front row. So that was awesome. Religiously since 05. Nice. Moved to Dallas, Fort Worth. TCU. I like TCU. LaDainian Tomlinson connection. TCU and Chargers there. That was your first. I thought it was. Thank you, man. It really does mean a lot. Who would you like to see as far as photos? You want like LaDainian Tomlinson? You have anyone that you really, really love that, it could be anybody. Keenan Allen. You let me know. Quentin Johnston's going to be a problem this year, too. But again, the Chargers' problem, the Chargers always charger, which means that their offensive line gets hurt. Their defense has a lot of talent and names, but they fold at the end of the year, right? And the head coach sucks. The play caller sucks. So you got Herbert, you got Keenan Allen, and all the rest that are being, and Eckler, they're being wasted. You got to get a better head coach there, like a Sean Payton. You got to improve the offensive line, hope they don't get hurt, and stop getting big names like a Khalil Mack if you know they're not going to be able to stay healthy. It's like Derwin James. He's like awesome, but he gets hurt all the time. So if you can just find guys that don't get hurt, the Chargers could make an AFC championship game with Herbert. It's just a matter of you don't have a good coach. You don't have a good play callers. The offensive line always gets riddled with injuries. It sucks. They're cursed. And the defense gets hurt. And they have names. They have talent, but they never play up to their potential. And I think you would agree with that too. So, woo! Antonio Cromartie, my guy. I like it. Okay. Thank you for the first dono. I thought it was. I have a good memory. I can remember things from when I was 5 years old, sitting on the carpet, looking on the back of stats on cards and whatnot. I'll get you some Cromartie. Good choice. I like unusual too. Anyone can do the regulars, but the Junior Seau, we can throw back Natron Means. Your boy knows, man. I've been watching football since '85. I know I look young as fuck, but I'm 41. That's why everyone is like, "Holy shit, dude, you're 41." There's no fucking way. So I still have like energy, and passion like a college kid, 18 to 22. And I feel my brain is like 50 to 90 because I got a lot of knowledge in there. But I still am learning every day, and I even learn from you guys. So Rodney Harrison, I mean, you think about the Patriots. If they didn't get Rodney Harrison, no Super Bowls. Period. Woo! Let's go. And I even got ones that won't fit the screen, but it's a cool pose, so I'll throw that in too. I always try to look for stuff that's gonna format to the screen, but sometimes you find one that is just a different weird size of the photo, so it won't fit the screen, but who cares? It's a cool thing. Woo! Look at that. Yeah, running it in for a touchdown on a pick six. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. I got one more for you. Appreciate you, brother. 6-0 Jags. Little cutback, nice tackle by the Lions. Hopefully, we can get some touchdowns with the Lions. I know they'll be scoring in the second half, but it seems like a lot of the preseason games, a lot of the teams are having a hard time even getting to 20, which is a little unusual. But again, it just depends on if your starters are playing or they're not playing. Like, obviously, we saw no Goff and no Amon-Ra St. Brown because they want to make sure they stay healthy. But supposedly, the Chiefs are playing their starters for the whole first half against the Cardinals with Mahomes and Kelsey. So yeah, we'll probably get over 20 in that game for sure. Bro, he does. Who's got more children, Cromartie or Philip Rivers? Philip Rivers has got like a goddamn basketball team and a bench, and Cromartie does too. They both got like 10 plus. Like I think Philip just had what his 10th, and then Cromartie was up there with like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, something like that. It's like there's the three people that got the most goddamn kids: Cromartie, Philip Rivers, Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp got like 15 kids with like 16 baby mamas. It's crazy. All the chitlins. Like a goddamn fucking sports team. Antonio 1, Antonio 2, Antonio 3, Antonio 4. All right, 2-minute warning. I'm going to go get another drink here real quick. You guys look at an amazing spinning logo. All right, give me 1 minute. I'm back. Got my Snapple apple. It might be too frozen. Had it in there for over an hour, but Rivers. But you've had a different quarterback for like the last 7 years, so hopefully Richardson can buck that trend. Now that thing is like completely frozen, like a slushy. All right, let's go. 6-0 Jags. All right, let's see if they can end up getting another big field goal or touchdown for them to extend the lead, or if the Lions can make a play. Get him! Good tackle. Thomas with a good tackle. All right, 4th down and short. Jags with the punt, and hopefully the Lions can get either a field goal here to at least have something positive going into halftime. Best case scenario, a tutty, but they haven't really shown they can move the ball yet. So, head for Oregon, baby. Ed Coda, Chad Coda. Wow, that was a good Jacksonville punt. Cook with the punt. Anything else going on in the sport world yet this morning? I know it's early. All the games are going to be after this. Levis is out. Willis is going to get. They shouldn't even have picked the Titans. Should have never even picked Levis to begin with. And if the Colts would have gotten him, that would have worked out. So, I mean, guys that had even way more hype like Zach Wilson and Trey Lance can't even make it. So, what does that tell you? Not everyone that's like a highly regarded prospect is going to pan out. Some guys just don't pan out, or they need to go to that second team, but they're not there yet. They got to get out of that rookie contract and then find that next team, and maybe that coach can develop that player. Less than a minute 30 to go. Little dump down. There we go. Let's go. Sudfeld, let's go. Shotgun set. Get rid of it, Sudfeld. There you go. Incomplete. Come on, Nate. Handoff up the middle. You're not going to get nothing there. Jags D line is sniffing that out all over that. Now you got to call timeout and burn one. Yeah, Jimmy Graham and James Harden saying the Sixers are garbage. What's new? That franchise is just kind of fucked. Like every time they end up getting something good, they just fuck it up. At least they have Embiid, but it's like no combination of players that come in there and ever works out. Yeah, but once we have more football games and then the baseball games, I mean, it's still early. I mean, hell, it's not even noon yet here in Oregon. It's 11:26. So some people are just waking up from a long night of drinking from last night. So, or they're out and about doing shit. I can't wait. I'm gonna have some good Chinese food. Wu's Open Kitchen. Oh my god, pork fried rice, orange chicken, lemon chicken, and maybe some Mongolian beef, maybe some pot stickers, maybe some egg rolls. It's crazy. It's like a kind of a multi-location restaurant, and I actually dated the daughter, back when I was in high school of the family that owns all this and everything. I haven't talked to her in fucking like probably 20 some years or something like that, but the restaurant is insane, and I haven't been there in a minute. So definitely excited about that. And then one of our spots called Ringo's, they moved and they have like pool tables, little like bar spot and whatnot. And they have a brand new location. So they had one of the most famous bars in Beaverton, kind of where Nike headquarters and all that. But it's been around since like '82, since I was born, and it has really good burgers and good food. And they have a new location, so I'm gonna probably check that out too. Picks. Oh no, Sudfeld. Go, go, go. The 30, the 20. Wow. First down, Jacksonville. Wow. Not what the Detroit fans were looking for right there. Yeah, the throw was way too high. I mean, that's why Sudfeld's a backup, right? And you gotta make sure you're watching Jacksonville. Oh, I will. I'm gonna eat. I don't get to eat like that. I mean, I've been on a diet. I've been losing weight, so it's like I got to have a cheat meal now. Once I get back, I'll probably take Paisley for an hour walk to eat off some of that. Work it off and whatnot. But I already took her for like one 45-hour walk already, and I'll probably do another one after this game is over if it's not too hot outside. Shotgun set. Bethard for a quick throw. They're about to score again. Tough for the Lions here. Pass incomplete. All right, come on. You already know the score is about to come, and there it is. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Let me see it, though, on film. Here we go. Shotgun set. Method. Oh, right there. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bang. That's tough for the Lions. Good for Bethard. That way that if anything happens with Trevor Lawrence, you got a little bit of depth behind him. That's a good for CJ right here. Shotgun set, one-on-one coverage, right? The speed right there. Speed kills. Touchdown. Jaguars. Duval. And like I said, it's not like I'm going to be able to go out that often. It's like maybe once a week, if that. So, because obviously I can't leave Paisley alone by herself too much either, if she's my responsibility here. So, are they going to go two? Well, I would have just gone for one right here. You're not going to get the 2-point conversion. You're not going to get this. Shotgun set. Nothing. That was stupid. Why did you just go for the extra point? Just go. I mean, yeah, 14, but if you're up 13-0, it's a lot better than 12-0. That's a stupid play call right there. Take the extra point, idiots. You don't go for two unless you need it in the fourth quarter. You don't do it. You don't, you don't, you don't. All right, come on, Lions. Go. Jamar Jefferson from the Beavers, Oregon State. Short return. And then at this point, with 16 seconds left, I imagine they'll just hand it off one time and we'll go into halftime. Oh, really? Yeah, a lot of the starters at this point aren't going to be in the game. They normally are going to play the first half for some, but most are not going to play at all, or they're going to play a series or two. It kind of depends on where you're at with your organization and if you want to risk a guy getting hurt in preseason or not. But I would assume most of the starters on both teams are not in right now. We'll check down. A fumble. That was an incomplete pass, I assume. Sudfeld. My one of my best friend's sons just enrolled in Taekwondo. It's like 2, 3 years old. The cutest thing ever. All right, we're going into halftime. 12-0 Jags. I was hoping to have a little bit more on the Lions side, but it's preseason. So again, at this point, we got a half. Anything that you guys want to see photo wise, let me know. Is there? I got to look to see what baseball games are on, and maybe I can turn on a baseball game for a moment or something. If there's anything worth turning on. What do we got? We got the Royals and the Cubs, or the Red Sox and the Yankees. Maybe I'll turn on the Red Sox Yankees for now. But any type of photos that you guys want to see, let me know. All right. I just turned on the Yankee game now. I was just hoping Aaron Judge would be up or whatever. So, all right. So I got the Yankee game with the Boston Red Sox, and then as soon as the game comes back on, we'll go into that. So that way, I'm a sport fan, so it's like I want to make sure I'm getting everything in. I mean, if I got a chance to see an Aaron Judge homer, I'm gonna take advantage of that. So they have a no hit. They don't even have a hit yet. Golly, maybe I should go to the Royals and the Cubs instead. Maybe I'll do that. Hold up. I mean, if Aaron Judge is up, it's one thing, but maybe I'll go to the Cubs game. Cubs and Royals. Let's do that one. All right. Plus, I like Cody Bellinger. There's some players on the Cubs that I like. Bobby Witt Jr., even though the Mariners just got done with that. So, yeah, again, if anyone wants to see anything, photo wise or anything, at this point, it's just halftime. So, They're just going over like Falcon stuff, from yesterday with Bajan. So I'm just watching the Cubs right now. Cody Bellinger, Royal 0, Cubs 0, if you guys want to watch along, or whatever you guys are watching at your own homes and whatnot. So, and then as soon as we get back into after halftime, we'll jump right back into that. But again, I like to be able to maximize my time, and know exactly what's going on. I mean, especially if I can see like an Aaron Judge homer or a Bellinger homer live, might as well, instead of just sitting here doing nothing. So, pitch is high, 2-2 count for Cody Bellinger. Let's go, Cody. God damn, that Snapple apple is delicious. Bellinger, Bellinger, and it's gone. If you say that you're going to see a Bellinger home run, then you get one. And I just did. Sports, ESP, O-Dog, talk it into existence. I want a homer. I get a homer. Let's go. 2-0 Cubs. I have good timing, apparently. That was awesome. At the exact moment, I'm like, all right, I got to see a couple pitches, and then boom. Sometimes you just know. It's like the sports guys. They tell me a message. They're like, all right, he's going to go yard. Boom. And then he did. Hell yeah. 2-0 Cubs. That was sweet. Let me see a replay of that home run. Bellinger. I wish he was still on the Dodgers, no lie. But the Cubs love him there, so. Yeah, he's playing good. He's playing good. I mean, he's playing just as good as the replacement for the Dodgers with James Outman. But I mean, Bellinger's more of a popular name and and whatnot. But I mean, of course, I would have loved to have him still on the Dodgers with Justin Turner, even though Kike came back. But you can't keep everyone forever. But the Cubs, I mean, you got to think about it. They need him more than the Dodgers do. Like they need people to actually hit for that team. And if they're going to be bad, at least you have Cody Bellinger there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wish there was more stuff that's going on in the sport world, but a little bit slow until we get to later today, and then it's going to ramp up. Nice hit up the middle. Christopher Morel in the box, 2-0 Cubs. Just waiting for halftime to get over with here. Chase Elliott not happy after not advancing. His chances of hitting the playoffs might be almost over. But again, his story was already kind of fucked from the very beginning, when he did the skiing, snowboarding thing. So, ooh. 1-1 count to Morel, 2-0 Cubs. And then let me know when the action is starting to go. I closed out the other screen, so that way the stream will be smoother. For whatever reason, it looks like it might be a little bit more laggy this morning compared to yesterday. So I'm gonna have to run a speed test here real quick, see what the fuck's going on. Obviously, when things are getting a little that way, then there's, I'm not getting the gig when shit is going like that. I can always tell when things are. up to par, and yeah, it's definitely not pinging at what it needs to be. It's like 3 times lower than what it should be. Come on, Ziply, don't make me call you. Oh, both of them are terrible. The upload and the download. Terrible. Upload is about a third of what it should be. Download is about half of what it should be. Oh, they're going to get a call from ODog. What the fuck is this? Gig service? That ain't even close. I shouldn't be at like 400 on anything. Bastards. Morrell strikes out. See you later. I'm going to close out of that particular stream and I'll get the game back going on. But I can always tell when shit is, getting to be choppy or whatever. If it slows down a little bit, I can tell it's the internet. So, but like I said, I pay for a gig service. I expect to get a gig service. I should be able to get, if it goes not 1,000, I should be getting like 900, 900, but I shouldn't ever be getting 300 or 400 over 400 when I'm paying for a gig. You know what I'm saying? But again, when it's like shared, even though if you have Ziply or, you're not getting a straight direct fiber connection to your house, it's still going to be shared. So, and the more people that are online that have it, then obviously it's going to slow you down. Or if you have multiple streams up. But hell, yesterday everything was smooth and I was running 4 at the same time, me and 3 games at once. So, but it looks like it's buff. It went through that cycle, so I think we're good now. Now we just got to wait for this game to get going. I need to eat some. I need to eat some breakfast or lunch, but still got to finish this game out. And we'll be done around 1 p.m. And then I'll spend time with Paisley, give her some attention that she desperately needs. And then obviously Mariners and Astros are on at 4. Logan Gilbert on the mound against Valdez, and then all those football games. So, and then the first one will be Dolphins Texans at 1, and then you got to wait till 3:30 to get Bills Steelers. So, I'll probably watch a little bit of that Dolphins Texans. C.J. Stroud, see what he looks like again. Maybe I'll watch the first half of that. So, but hopefully the Lions can get on the board. 12-0 Jags, and hopefully we're almost ready to continue the second half. Like internet issues is one thing, but halftime should not be super long for preseason. Preseason for sake, And any photos or anything that you guys want to see here at halftime, just let me know if there's anything you guys want to see. I got you. It could be past or present, or if you just want to chill and hang out and wait until the game comes back on, then we can do that too. So, all right, finally, it's about to come back. I was about to say, goddamn, I got to see the Bellinger home run. So, $10. Let's get to 100, 90 to go, and then we'll see if any other goats will come in at the second half. And then if not, we had a decent day yesterday, but hopefully we can get some more people to come through and like or share or possibly donate and whatnot. All right, let's do some LA night. Let's do that. I didn't get a chance to see Edge's last match. How did it go? Was it a good match overall? I mean, I imagine he gave it all he had. That was his last one. So, LA Night, yeah. It's good, just because you're, 40 or up or late 30s doesn't mean you can't make your dreams come true. Sometimes you have to go from a Max Dupree and have someone believe in you. And if you actually have microphone skills, give that man a chance to shine. Not many people have it. It's like some guys might not have the look, but if they can talk on the mic, but he has the look and he can talk on the mic. Who cares if he's 40? It's like DDP. He was amazing. I love DDP, and I'm really happy that they gave him a chance to be able to show that what he can do. So, but again, it shows microphone skills are very rare. There's a lot of people that think they can do a YouTube channel or do something like on Twitch, besides video games. But it shows you in reality, to be a good talker and to be very, very good, in that profession on TV, podcast, or YouTube, not everyone can do it. It's very, very difficult. Just like in wrestling, anybody can wrestle, right? Some are wrestling at a higher level, but how many people can talk on the microphone and be great at it? A very, very, very few. So, big facts. All right, here we go. All right, we're back from halftime. Jags with the return out of the end zone. Go, go, go. Nice return. All right, come on, baby. Get this team motivated. Okay? Get this team motivated, baby. We need to be able to get some points here. Nathan Rourke coming out. All right, here we go. Shotgun set. Handoff. Good gang tackle by the Lions. Gain of about 3 or 4. Yeah, the DMX. Rest in peace, DMX. He had a troubled life, but he had some great fucking music. Dark as hell, hell is hot. I remember when that album dropped. Oh my god, insane! That was on like replay for me, like over and over. And then the Blood is Blood, the second one, not as good as the first one, but the first one is a classic album. Dark and hell is hot. That one is just fire, straight fire against Sheamus. That's with the picture with the beer at the end. Well, Sheamus is going to bring that intensity. So, all right, 12-0 Jags. Come on, baby. Brewer getting his neck and his arm looked at. Hopefully he's okay. And I got to see how hot it is. Hopefully I can take Paisley for another walk before it gets too hot. It's supposed to be 90 today. It's 73. So by the time the game is over, it's 79. So I could take her for another walk here. So that's good. Game will be over in about an hour. So they got Campbell still out there. Did you see that, Sarah? Give him an opportunity to get out there and make some plays. Nice short game by the Jags. What's up, Daniel? What's good, brother? Third down, 12-0 Jags. How are you doing, Daniel? A little bit early, of a game, but I got plans for this evening, so I figured I'd rather work and grind than just take the day off. So third down, get out of there, scrambling, gambling, and hit. There we go, Detroit. Now we just got to see if the Detroit offense can put up something. Jack Campbell, baby, with that big tackle at the end. We'll throw up a Jack Campbell photo up for you, Sarah. All right, Jags with the punt with Campbell with a nice stop. Let's see if he shanked that punt a little bit. Oh, he sure did. All right, Detroit, here's your opportunity. All right, throw up a Jack Campbell here. All right, Jack, I see you. I got a really cool Iowa one too for you. I'll throw up. All right, can't just be Jack Campbell though. There's got to be others that are going to step up. That's a cool photo. Beast. Wearing 31 like he's a safety. All right, 12-0 Jacksonville. Come on, Lions. Those fans paid some money for those seats. Let's go. Yeah, it's a little slow. It's okay. You know, just a little time. There's a little couple hours for us to spend time with each other. Keep it moving. Before I do my own thing and do reaction videos and spend time with Paisley and then do my own thing today, and then I'll put in some work and then Sunday I'll see what's going on. I want to probably do that Saints Charger game, but it depends on my schedule. So if not, I'll be doing a shitload of reaction videos tomorrow, or possibly reaction videos in the Mariners or that Charger Saint game. So play action fake, little check down, Sudfeld. What happened to my hands? Come on, Lions. You can definitely tell which teams have depth and which ones don't have a whole lot of depth behind their starters. Come on, man. Come on, Nate. It's like the Jags are bringing the blitz on third down. Here they come. There we go, but short of the marker. About a yard short of the first down marker. Fourth down. They're going to go for it? You might as well. You're down 12-0. It's preseason. Jesus Christ. I mean, how long are you going to go before you decide to go for it? Because if the Jags score one more, you're never coming back. So at least at this point, go for it. I mean, golly, it's fourth down and a couple. All right, come on, Sudfeld. Go, Nate. Fourth down and 2. Play action fake. He's open. First down, Lions. Yes. Move the chains. There we go. There we go. Finally, get some energy a little bit. That was a decent throw on fourth down. Good route. He broke off the route perfectly, and then the throw was in stride. Move the chains. Here we go. Come on, Lions. There we go. Nice catch. He tried to scamper in for a free tutty, he said right there. Now, here we go. Good awareness by that receiver. First down and goal. Let's go, Lions. Oh, offsides. Went back. Play was already done from the very start there with that man in the neutral zone, and then went offsides, went back and snapped the ball. It just fucked up the whole momentum and the whole flow of the play. Jamar Jefferson from the Beavs. Maybe he can get in the end zone. Hand off up the middle. Jefferson down to the 5. I like Jefferson's burst. He was really good at Oregon State. You know, I didn't know if he was going to be able to make the NFL, but I feel that he's like a second, third string running back, but he could definitely help a team. He's got a little bit of a speed burst on him. Well, I would hope so. It's your dog. Man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Jags already sniffed that one out. Yeah, might as well go for it again right here. Fourth and goal, they're going for it. There we go. Touchdown, Lions. Ooh. Hell yeah. There we go. Fourth down. Give the crowd what they want. Play action. Looking. Wide open. Touchdown, Lions. Hell yeah. There we go. Good shit. Now the crowd, it's like now we can, okay, we actually got some points here. There we go. Because if it wasn't going to be a running play, it would have got stuffed. So that was a good play call there. Lost in the sauce, baby. Jacksonville got lost in the sauce. Good play call. Dan Campbell loves that shit. Good shit. Can you imagine if he would have dropped that open throw? Extra point is up. And it's good. Let's go. Okay, we have a football game now. It actually feels like a football game now. Weird score, but still. I like it. I like it. Good shit. Yes, sir. Oh, they will. He's disgruntled. He doesn't want to play there. I don't blame him. You know what I mean? But again, like they got to be able to find the right pieces to play with Embiid. But it sounds like they don't really treat the players the right way there. I mean, you're going to have people that just want to leave. Harden has been jumping ship from team to team forever. You know, if they just would have kept Harden, Westbrook, and KD together, they could have won a championship with OKC. But too many egos. There are too many me players. And that's what happens when you're selfish, right? And you only care about yourself. You know, Westbrook about himself, right? KD about himself. Harden about himself. You can't win championships when you got three me players that want the ball. Facts. All right, here we go. 12-7. Plus, Harden isn't the same player that he was from back in the day. We know that. This ain't the Houston fucking James Harden. All right, we got 8 minutes left in the third. We actually have ourselves a ball game. Let's go. First down and 10. Man in motion. Beathard. Nice. Good play. Garrett Prince with the reception. Oh, it's Rourke, not Beathard. I forgot they swapped him out. Rourke. Second down and short. Hand it off. There you go. First down, Jags. Move the chains. It was nice to have that kind of support yesterday, huh, Sarah? It's been a long time before we've had a day like that. Hopefully that can be more of a reoccurring thing once the NFL regular season starts and I'm pumping out reaction videos like a psychopath and doing the game. So, avoids the sack lunch once, twice. Keeps his eyes downfield. Rourke, I see you. I think so. I mean, there's a lot of competition, but again, if people want to be bandwagon and just go to bandwagon streams, let them. It's if they were going to sub to me, that's the type of person that if they're a bandwagon, they're just going to sub to me and then they're just going to take the sub away a couple weeks later, and I don't want that. I want people that are actually going to stick around. So. But the more consistently the mods show up, and more people will show up. But if the mods don't show up on a consistent basis, right, then it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. It's like I don't know if they realize how important it is that they're here to support the channel to bring the numbers up, so that way we can get more people. You know what I mean? It's very important, and I don't know if all of them recognize that. Like we need it more than any other channel, based on how things have gone in 2023. It's like, how can we expect new people to come if like the regulars, don't come? $6:40 left in the third quarter. Jags starting to roll. Good defense by Detroit. Nice gang tackle. Durden with the tackle. $5:55 left in the third quarter. 12-7 Jags. Play action fake. He's got a man wide open. Oh, nice cutback. Nice. First down, Jags. Move the chains. That was nice. Nice. Hit him with the cutback. A lot of times when they take that step back, they get pounded. That time he was able to get a few more yards. Nice play. First down and 10. Move the chains. Nathan Rourke, 4 for 4 with 35 yards. Fucking pretty good from CJ Beathard. Play action fake. Good protection up front. Look out. Oh, he just got fucking smashed like an Oreo cookie. Clobbered. Hopefully he's okay. Flag on the play. Late hit on the quarterback. Maybe. Or a holding on the offensive line. We'll see. Uh-oh. Roughing the passer. First down, Jags. Oh, he's going late. He's falling down, but he went towards the leg and the knee. Come on, Breeze. Don't do that. Yep. Go Ducks, both of them. Yeah, go on the Ducks and the Lions together. Oh, nice run. First down, Jags. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting it ramped up a little bit more action. You know, you don't want to have it all in mud in preseason. You want to actually have some plays, that look somewhat interesting. Oh man, I can't wait for this Chinese food. I haven't had restaurant like delicious top tier Chinese food in like a minute. I haven't been to Wu's in like a couple of years, so it's be good. Handoff, keeper, Rourke, go. Oh baby, almost slipped through. Touchdown saving tackle there by the Lions. .330 and counting. 12-7 Jags. Let's go. It's starting to get interesting now. Here we go. Shotgun set. Goal line formation. Keeper. Wow. Right up the middle? This son of a bitch is crazy. Running a read option like he's Cam Newton trying to run him over. Matt in the building. What's good? I did an early stream, bro, so I didn't expect a whole lot of people. It started off at 10 a.m., so I figured since I'm going to be going out, that I would do this game. It was the only game this morning, and then I would do maybe some reaction videos, and then, and then I'm going to be out, and then I'll, obviously be back tomorrow. How are you doing, bro? What's for breakfast this morning? All right, they're on the goal line. First and goal. Move the chains. Man in motion. Goal line set. Rourke. Nice. Oh, he fell down. Come on. Started off at 7 a.m. Nice. Yeah, I've been up since 6, 7 a.m. Me and Paisley went for our 45-minute hour walk. She actually woke me up at 4:40 this morning. And I looked at her and I said, Paisley, no, it's way too early. And she said, oh. And then she went underneath the covers and then we snuggled and went back to sleep for a couple more hours. But I was like, no, this is way too early for your greenie and too much. You got too much energy at this point. I was like, come back to bed. And then luckily she understands me. So handoff, touchdown, Jags, boom. NWSF, baby. Protein, waffles, and they're my boy. I like that. I like that, bro. Oh, yeah. Now I'll probably have to stop by the bank, maybe go to the dispensary for some rollies, then Chinese food, and then stop by the Ringo's new location. They got pool and everything. Got good drinks there, but they got other food and stuff there as well. And yeah, let's go. I'm not going to be able to go out that often with friends or people. Once a week maybe, twice. Oh, he missed it. How do you miss that extra point? Jesus Christ, McCourt. McCourt, abort. Fucking that guy doesn't have a job. See you later, McCourt. Abort, McCourt, no job. Extra point missed. Off the team. What's good, Matt? What do you want to see for photos? I'm just, obviously it's a little bit slower and whatnot. You got anything you want to see duck wise? We can throw some duck representation on here. I'll throw up some Bo Nix for now since you're in the room. But I hope you have a great day. And your boy's just going to grind, bro. I can't wait to do duck games. That'll be fun. Go Ducks. Go Ducks, baby. But I don't know. I don't know if I like the Portland State on the schedule. I get it. You get Alabama playing like Louisiana Technical Institute of Artistry. Like you're like, okay, Alabama's going to win 90-0. Like, why the fuck is that on the schedule? Of course, that school gets money for playing Alabama, but like no one wants to watch that game. You know, I want to see a good opponent. All right, here we go. 18-7. Let's go, Lions. Jamar Jefferson from the Beavers. Go, go. Decent return to the 25-yard line. All right, Nate Sudfeld. Do something, Nate. Sudfeld, come on, baby. Get rid of it. Shitty ass pass. Fucking A, Nate. What the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing, Nate? Huh? Come on now. You're asking to be on the bench. Come on now. He said, come on, Nate. Be better. Be better, Nate. All right, less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. We got about 45 minutes until the game is over. Hand off up the middle. There we go. Come on, Lions. Show me something. Show me something for your fans out there. Yeah, they have Breeze on the Lions is on there. Two Ducks are on there together. All the Duck players. LaMichael, D'Anthony, Keenan Howery, Sammy Parker, Joey Harrington. I can go further back because I'm older than you. Chase Coda's on the Lions too. Yep, him and Brady Breeze from the Ducks. Pass incomplete. Good defense by the Jags. Pretty cool to like be in the know with each other in Medford in like high school, go to the Ducks, and then go to the pros together. That's pretty sweet. I mean, hell, I watched Chase Coda's dad. Chad Coda. Ed Coda. 74 degrees. It's going to be about 89 here in Oregon today. That's a lot better than 106. That was hell. I don't know how the hell some of y'all do it that have that kind of weather. I would never be able to live somewhere that had 100 to 106-degree temperatures. Like 4 days in a row, that was just terrible. I couldn't even sleep in my room. I just sleep on the fucking mattress and padding next to the fucking AC unit that's like in the kitchen, near the back deck. So at least I slept okay. $18-7. Jags. What's that? A swagger right there. Too bad he didn't pan out in the NFL. Could have been the Tyreek Hill of this generation. But again, sometimes it just depends on the team that you're on, the opportunities, injuries. But he'll always be an Oregon legend, high school legend too. Played with as Snoop Dogg's team in California. Good old DT, D'Anthony Thomas, Black Mamba, baby. I'm gonna go check up on Paisley here in a sec. Week 2, 7 live games. You straight put Jake Hansen on there. Look at you. And like I said, I think the Seahawks fucked up by not getting Gonzalez. They should have been smarter. I mean, maybe Witherspoon will pan out, but Gonzalez is the better player, like the better fit. And maybe for the Seahawks and Pete Carroll, he thought was Witherspoon, but the better player is Gonzalez. But at least the Patriots get that, but they're going to be terrible. But Gonzalez might be able to make a name for himself, I hope, as long as he doesn't get hurt. 18-7 Jags, less than a minute to go. We'll end around. Go, go, go. Oh, nice tackle. A trio of Lions with the tackle there. Yep, Ducks offensive line is the X factor. And the better the offensive line is, the better the running game is going to be. And the better, Bo Nix will be able to facilitate to the receivers and the tight end. Second down and 11, shotgun set. Rourke. Nice. Nice. Oh, stiff arm. Go, go, go. First down, Jags. Move the chains. Wow, look at this. He's got his towel. He's like, let me hold on to that. Nope. See you later. Stiff arm. Nope. Stiff arm party. Bang. Yep. All right, end of the third quarter. 18-7. Jags. I'll throw up some Duck players for you, bro, while we're just waiting. Do some from your list. Yeah, because like I said, if I didn't have plans tonight, I would have just done the Seahawks Cowboy game tonight. But figured that instead of just being lazy, might as well try to, work. Hell, if all the other teams are going to get some spinning logo shit, and we need to do it for us too, bro. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Go Ducks. All right, here we go. Last 15 minutes to go. Appreciate everyone coming in and hanging out. Plus, like I said, I want to be able to get as much film in before we get to the regular season. So some people don't give a shit about preseason, but I'm not one of those people. So, all right, here we go. See if they can get a turnover as the Jags are approaching another score. Handoff. Nice. Good tackle. Lucas with the tackle. That was nice. Lucas caught him from behind. A little shoestring. He's like, get over here. Kaka, I got you. Wrapped up that leg, brought it down. That's exactly what you want to do. Yeah, Lions got a lot of Duck players on there, too. Right, here we go. Second down. Floater. Wow. But that was incomplete. He caught it, though. Boom. Out of bounds, though. They're down. Shotgun set. Trips right. 4 receivers. Open. Underneath. Stiff arm. First down. Jags. Martin with the catch. First down. Jacksonville. Through the chains. Duval. Lions defense is reeling right now. There it is. Touchdown, Jags. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But let me see the video. All right, here we go. Man in motion. Shotgun set. Oh, bouncing to the outside. A stiff arm for you. Oh, terrible defense by the Lions to actually let a running play score. I thought it was a throwing play. Jesus Christ. Someone's running lines, and it's definitely not going to be the Jags. Wow. Extra point is up, and it's good. 24-7, Jacksonville. How are you going to let a guy score from running it to the outside right there. That's unexcusable. 3 Lions right there. The fuck are they doing? Oh, he's in. That's a touchdown. He's going to be like, oh, you guys are running, and you're going to be running for a long fucking time. 24-7. Let's make it 25. 25-7. Uh-oh. No smiling for him. I'll tell you that. Yeah, they are. I mean, it's nice when the game was like 0-0. I was like, uh-oh, what are we going to get for the game? But at least now it's like 32 points combined. I'll take that. We've seen some crazy scores where it's been like really, really low. So, I mean, I would love for the Lions to get at least 10, but it would be preferably if we can get to like 32-14. But then that might be asking too much, in this fourth quarter. But one more touchdown for the Jags and a touchdown for the Lions. That would be perfect to kind of end it that way, but we'll see. Or even like a pick six would be cool, or like a fumble recovery for a touchdown. But now I'm reaching and asking for more than I probably should get. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. What do you think is going to happen with Cal and Stanford and Washington State and with the other 4 teams? What's going to happen to them? I know ACC doesn't want to bring in Cal or Stanford, and then Washington State is actually an Oregon State. I like those two schools. You know what I mean? I think that Stanford and Cal, it's like if you're thinking like academics or whatever, but it's not that big of a deal. Stanford for maybe like football or whatever. But I think with Oregon State and Washington State, they have something to bring. Cal doesn't really bring a whole lot. Stanford, they'll have some good football teams from time to time, but I like Washington State and Oregon State. It's kind of like sleeper teams. And obviously, you ended up getting the transfer ukulele. If he knew that this was going to happen, he probably wouldn't have went to Oregon State. So kind of sad, on that regard. But I like Oregon State and Oregon, that rivalry, and Washington and Washington State, the Cougs, Gardner Minshew territory. So OSU and Washington State will go to the Big 12. Cal and Stanford go Mountain West. Jamar Jefferson from the Beavers, short game. Yeah, it just sucks. I just wish that nobody would have left. I wish USC and UCLA, Washington, Oregon. I hope I wish that we just kept it. But we can blame the Pac-12, commissioner, for not getting the deal done. They were going to give him 20 to 30 million. He got greedy and wanted 50 million. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you want 50 million, per school or whatever, and you're greedy, this is what happened. So if anything, we can be mad at the commissioner for fucking everything up. All the history, all the rivalries. Thanks a lot, you fucker. My dream of like Ducks winning the Pac-12 to go to the Rose Bowl against Ohio State and Michigan now is dead. So we can thank that motherfucker for that. Idiot. Got greedy. And then after they said, we want more money. And then the Pac 12 and everyone's like, fuck you. The TV deals, they're like, fuck you. We're not going to do it then. And then we'll just scoop up USC and UCLA, boom. And then Oregon, Washington. They already had that in line, and they picked the 4 best schools. The only one that they're missing that could have been a big one too is Utah. That would have been a good one for the Big Ten because they're legit. Third down and 5. Shotgun set for the Lions. Come on, Detroit. Don't play like a bitch. There we go. Or make all schools go independent like Chip. Yep. You could do that. Notre Dame would be a great addition to the Big Ten, but obviously if they want to do the independent thing. But it's all about money and advertising and getting TV deals. So that's what's really going to hurt Cal, Stanford, and Washington State and Oregon State. Because Washington State, Oregon State don't get the love, but they actually have some good players there. Stanford, Cal, not so much. Stanford once in a while. Oh, yeah. Well, we can't bring it back because Oregon already left, so we're fucked there. But yes, we could bring it back too. At least somewhat type of notoriety and whatnot, but they fucked my whole life up, bro. I've been watching Duck football since like the 80s, and like all that history, all that love, and then now just poof, gone. But if we can end up winning the Big Ten at one point, if USC, UCLA, Washington, or Oregon can win it, over Ohio State or Michigan, that's huge. So imagine if we play them in the regular season and we beat them. That could be really big for us. But it's not like we're going to win a natty. It's like Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, USC. It's not like we're going to be able to beat Alabama or Georgia. But if we can get some notoriety, it can help us. But again, I don't want to finish in 5th place in the fucking Big Ten every year either. It's like Ohio State, Michigan, and then, Wisconsin might be up there, USC, UW, Oregon. Like, what are we going to finish? Like 3rd, 4th, 5th? Like behind Michigan, Ohio State, that's where Oregon wants to finish. USC has their eyes on that spot too. But USC has their eyes on winning it, over Michigan and Ohio State. But recruiting is so much better for those two schools. They have way more talent than our schools. But maybe this will change. Because if USC and Oregon can recruit like Michigan and Ohio State, we will win the Big Ten. But who knows how long that'll take. You know what I'm saying? Unless we combine the USC and Oregon together as a super team, and then we can do it, To give the owners of the Pac-12 a RKO, the sons of bitches, dude. Everything that I look forward to in my life, you ruined it. Oregon State rivalry, Civil War, done. Oregon, Washington State, done. Oregon, Washington, done. Washington State, Apple Cup, done. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers, you. That's incomplete. Like, you just ripped up my whole life like that, Like, imagine if the Big Ten would have broke up and came to the Pac-12. Oh, they would have been fucking crying. Michigan, Ohio State, if like they had problems and all of a sudden they joined the Pac-12 to make the Pac-16, oh man, they would just be crying and bitching and moaning. And I know, like with Sarah with Iowa, oh, this could be a good thing. But again, if you're Iowa or Wisconsin or like Michigan State, no, it's not, because instead of finishing in 3rd behind Michigan and Ohio State, you might finish now in like 8th. That's not going to be good. You want Iowa and Wisconsin and Michigan State and those other teams to be good. Now you're going to go further back in the division, because I guarantee Washington, UCLA, Oregon, and USC, we're going to fucking bring it. So there's no guarantee that Iowa's going to beat those teams, or Wisconsin for that damn matter. You know what I mean? There's a good chance that the Pac-12 teams take over spots 3 through 6 or 7. So I don't want to see Iowa 7 or 8 or Wisconsin 8 or 9. Me either. That's terrible. But in reality, Iowa and Wisconsin will be in the middle. But if they're good, they'll finish in 3rd, certain years. But that's going to be very tough with recruiting from UW, Oregon, and USC. We're going to take some spots for sure. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Fumble! Coughed it up. And it's also going to affect recruiting for Wisconsin and Michigan State and Iowa because now instead of going to those schools, maybe some of these people decide to go somewhere else. So Minnesota being like 10th, fuck that. I know, dude. And then how are we going to do the Rose Bowl? Like, how does that work out? It's just going to be Ohio State and Michigan in the Rose Bowl, like the top two seeds, because there's no Pac-12 to do it with, like anymore. So what are we doing? Michigan, Ohio State, and in the regular season, Michigan, Ohio State in the Rose Bowl, and then Oregon and USC, Washington, and UCLA. What are we just like, what are we doing there? Ruined everything. Those motherfucks. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's all about money. They don't care about the academics. They don't care about the athletes. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, let's just go to fucking Iowa, play a football game, and then get back at 3 a.m, and then you have class at 7. How the fuck is that going to work out? You know what I mean? They didn't think that through, and then they only thought of football. What about basketball and baseball and volleyball and all? You know what I'm saying? They did not think of the travel. Money, money, money. TV deal. You greedy fuckers. That's what it is money. Stupid. I'd rather just be in the Pac-12, now we have no choice. But I mean, like, what's the best case scenario for USC and Oregon? Third? I mean, at some point, Oregon and USC will win the Big Ten. But I mean, how many years are we talking? Michigan and Ohio State for another 10 years, and then all of a sudden, lucky Oregon or lucky USC gets that spot or number 2? I mean, if we combine USC and Oregon, then I'm like, yes, we're going to compete right away. USC, Oregon, the USC Ducks, and if we combine, then we can compete with Michigan and Ohio State. But if we don't combine, there's no way. For real. And now those guys are on the hot seat. They're like, God damn it. And then even though UCLA is the worst one out of the 4, they got Chip Kelly. Look at Dorian Thompson-Robinson. They're going to have athletes. And the sad thing is UCLA might take Iowa's spot. UCLA might take Wisconsin's spot or Michigan State or Minnesota. Like, I think the Big Ten schools think that, okay, if Washington does good or USC or Oregon, fine. But I don't think they realize how good Washington and UCLA are. Like, they will beat the brakes off some of the teams in the Big Ten. Like, people will see. But they're also going to be Big Ten teams that will mollywop them and upset them too. It's not like Iowa's going to play UCLA and lose by 40, But it's definitely going to make it a lot more difficult for those Big Ten teams that are there. That normally we're sitting in 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. Now, maybe 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place. That's not good. But those greedy motherfuckers just want money, right? They just want the money. The Big Ten, the Pac-12 president, he just wanted fucking this. He's a greedy son of a bitch. That's what you wanted. You didn't give a shit about the fucking kids. Let them get their goddamn education. Making them travel all the way to the Midwest and back and go to fucking class 2 hours fucking later. And that's what's going to happen. Late games, they're not going to be able to fly in until 1 to 4 in the morning. And then you want them to go to class at 7? Greedy fucks. There you go. Look at you and your coach knowledge. Look at you. At some point during the Ducks games in the regular season, I'll probably get Collegiate Art Designs to mail you another chain. Because there's not a lot of people that love the Ducks as much as me, and I want you to be able to represent properly for Oregon and Hawaii. So we'll figure out what other color that you want, and we'll get you a chain probably this season. Oh shit! Flipped over. What a tackle! Whoa! Landed on his fucking head. Watch this fucking tackle. Best tackle of the night. Look at this right here. He's cluing. He's looking at the eyes of the quarterback. Takes his eyes off. Blitz. Bow! And he rolls him over. Yeah. You got the white chain, and I got black, the chrome that's like chrome. You know what I mean? Green or yellow. I would assume you probably would want yellow. Yellow would be like my number one choice, and then white obviously is pretty dope. I have the white one too, and white goes with everything. But the original colors, obviously at some point you're gonna have a yellow, a green, and a white. So, and then after that, black, pink, and chrome are like kind of after that. They're cool, but the green, the yellow, and the white are the best. The chrome one is actually kind of cool too because it's like reflective, so you can actually it's like see through kind of thing. It's like chrome. But I think yellow is one, and then I think probably white is two, green is three. I think, or you can wear the yellow and green together. Green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. 25-7 Jags. Less than 7 minutes to go. Shotgun set. Get rid of it. Oh, look at him run. Oh, and he got caught. And his player knocked him forward. Oh, hell no, they're not going to be. That's another team that's going to fucking suffer too. The ones that are going to hurt the most are Penn State. That's going to hurt. But Big Ten, Wisconsin, Iowa, those are going to be the ones that are going to suffer the most because that's the equivalent to Washington, UCLA. Good, sometimes great, but other times like mediocre. I feel that's a good comparison. Iowa and Wisconsin, UCLA and UW. Sometimes really, really good, but sometimes average. Dorsey with a big hit. He lands on his head, flips him over. I don't put enough duck representation on the channel. I could be, putting that up all the time, but I'll wait till football season. But only have times like this. Why not? And LaMichael actually, saved his money, and he has a bunch of Killer Burger locations here in Beaverton and Eugene. So he's keeping his money. He didn't spend his money that he got from the NFL. He invested it in Killer Burger locations, which is actually really smart because obviously his NFL career didn't last that long, and LaMichael is a real one. I will always fuck with LaMichael. One of my favorite jerseys is So LaMichael from that natty with the name James sewn in the back that I got at a seamstress, and then I got the patch from the natty too sewn on from another seamstress that I had to order on eBay. So you already know what it is. Oh, I'm super excited about that. This is my reaction to go get Chinese food today. You have no idea. And it's not like Panda Express or anything like that. But Joey Harrington really got me excited to be a Duck fan. But LaMichael, D'Anthony, Chip Kelly, that's where it really took it over. That's where we actually got the national recognition, which was awesome. Like the Ducks are actually a legit team. And I don't think we're going to ever have a coach like Chip Kelly ever again. I hope we do, but just the type of players that he was able to bring in and the type of play calling, he was ahead of his time. Like I said, no one else was on his level with the play calling, and we actually benefited from it. Rose Bowl, Natty, Rose Bowl, Fiesta. We're never going to be that good. Those 4 games in 4 years, fuck out of here. And we got robbed of a Natty, against Auburn. Fuck Cam Newton. We should have had that. Bitch ass wasn't even supposed to play. He should have been suspended. He already got kicked off the Florida Gators, and he shouldn't have even played in that game. But it was all about money. Pass incomplete. All right, less than 6 minutes to go. Yeah. If I get you another chain at some point, what color do you want? You want green? You want yellow, black, chrome, pink? You have a particular color? You already got the white one. I mean, one of these streams when the Ducks play, maybe I'll wear all of them like Flavor Flavor, Mr. T. But with the green screen, you're only going to be able to see so many of them. It'll be like reflective or whatever. But green one, yellow looks better, but green is one of the ones up there though. But the green O looks good. But yellow O is the natural color, of the Ducks. Obviously, green helmet, yellow O. But yeah, we'll probably be able to get you one at some point or another. (25-7) Jags. Shotgun set. Hand off. Break the tackle. Oh. And this one is heavy. Like I said, my Mariner one, is just like a foam, but the Duck ones are metal. Like they're heavy. And so this one weighs like 5 pounds. So it's like thick and the guy used his machine for it. So I like the Duck ones because it's like hard metal, not like a foam and whatnot. Go, bounce it to the outside. Stiff arm. Go. Keeps his body inbounds to keep bleeding the clock. That's smart. Move the chains. What do you plan on watching in the afternoon or in the evening? Just football all day? Colts and Bears? Is that what you got to unlock, Sarah? Hang out with the pup, Bandit, and just watch football all day? Football and baseball all day. All right, less than 4 minutes to go. Hand off. Up the middle, keeps pumping his legs, breaks a couple tackles. Gained for about 3. Not the performance that Detroit wanted, but again, no Amon-Ra St. Brown, no Goff. And obviously, if they would have played a couple series or even a half, then the game is probably flipped in score, or a little bit more competitive, 25-25. Yeah, but instead of you guys finishing third, fourth, and fifth, if you finish in like eighth, ninth, or 10th, you might get fired unless they're okay with you guys finishing in eighth, ninth, or 10th. You know what I mean? At some point, people on the board will be like, maybe it's time for a change. Nobody's job is forever. Yeah, me too. I don't want to see him get fired either. Play action fake. Nice pass. All right, getting close to the 2-minute warning. But it's not going to be his decision if he wants to stay. It's pretty much the board, and how many wins and losses. They could love the guy on and off the field. But the bottom line, if you go from third, fourth, and fifth to eighth, ninth, and 10th or 11th, you're going to get looked at. 2-minute warning. My dude. It's my dude. It's my dude. And of course, I can't not put up Chip Kelly. I've never enjoyed a coach more out of all the coaches I've ever had. I mean, obviously, Arians was nice. You know, Mike and John Gruden were amazing, but nothing was like Chip though. He had an aura about him. Like it was like a Nick Saban aura. It was just wild. I remember Chip before he became the head coach when he was the OC in '08, and we went against Des Bryant, in the bowl game, and I was like, oh, this guy is a great play caller. I was like, oh, this is going to work out. That's when we had Jeremiah Max Stoley. When we played against Oklahoma State in the bowl game, I have it on VHS still. Let's go, Bo. Bo knows. What you know about Bo? Hopefully he doesn't have any injuries, so that way we can run that RPO to perfection. Let's go. All right, here, Dolphins Texans about to come on. I'll watch a little bit of that. Tua gets hurt, they're fucked. And then obviously Dalvin Cook choosing them, the Jets, over the Dolphins. That fucking hurt them too. Dolphins, Texans, Bears, Colts. That'll be exciting. Cowboys, Seahawks will be good. And Saints, Chargers. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. That and the Cowboys, Seahawk one. So gotta be able to break down the tape. Lots of reaction videos I gotta be pumping out. But I do enjoy doing them. Takes a lot of effort though. Are they going with a kneel down? Oh, they're already and kneeling it already at the 2-minute warning, huh? All right, less than a minute 30 to go. Oh boy, dressed up as a pickle. He's like, I got to get on fucking TV somehow. There, another kneel down. Hater blockers. Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping the Lions were going to put up a little bit more, but that's preseason. But 32 points combined, you can't get mad at that. It's not like it's a 7-10 game. We got a little bit more, but just wanted a little bit more on the line. So final score, Jacksonville Jaguars from Saxonville, Duval 25, and the Lions 7. Thank you to everyone that came through, that donated, commented, shared. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to end up doing some reaction videos at some point, either today or tomorrow. And then we may do the Saints and Chargers game or Mariners tomorrow. Go Mariners later tonight against the Astros, the Chiefs-Stros. Everyone enjoy your day, and I hope you guys end up having a great one. So, and I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay.